most commonly used Scottish and Irish phrases, as we all know.
I do that a lot.
I just love to tell you where they're from.
Oi.
I don't know, guys.
Oi, oi, oi. How about that? Don't they love singing?
I've felt the same dilemma because I feel like my character is not who I wanted him to be because I don't know how to be him in this accent, but I don't want to change it now.
What?
I feel like yours is kind of changing all the time, Colin.
Oh, the accent is?
Yeah, sometimes you'll slip into other ones or just be Colin occasionally. And you're like, huh? It's not a
Well, there
critique.
might be times where I'm really not trying to talk in character.
It could be.
At least that makes sense. Your guy is from under the sea.
It's like
Who knows what that sounds
so
like?
rainy and gloomy down there. It's just like rain.
Well, I originally wanted him to sound like
Hey, listen.
now I don't even remember anymore.
Hey, boss.
I was trying to mimic like 4 or 5 different British men, and most recently it's Jude Law. But I always forget to actually try to dial it in before the session.
Yeah.
In front of the mirror.
This is Jude Law.
All right. Where did we last leave off? I think we
I think we're just on the dock.
back
Say,
to the
like
dock.
while
We already-
Lono and Koa were getting over that last hump.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
sailed back.
Your freckles perfectly aligned.
Perfectly in line.
That's right.
Okay. Well, it's nighttime on the ship. I would say, yeah, it's probably early in the night still. Maybe like 10:30, 11 o'clock ish. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah,
That's early in the night.
that's canon.
That's canon right there. Watch it be that. That's the time that we started the last session. We just folded in time. Okay. Yeah, it's quiet night here. Not quiet. It's been eventful night already so far. The mood on the boat is celebratory. Most people have been paid since you've been away. The rest of the crew, so everybody's kind of going out on the town tonight. There's people still kind of finishing up the work, kind of working late under light and everything, getting things cleaned up. But other than that, you guys have the night to yourself. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, I for one need to drink through some things.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Let's get. You want to get like fucked up, or you just want to like catch a buzz? What's the vibe? Like a little bit, maybe in between.
Yeah, find that in between.
Okay. Well, there's that critter bar I heard about.
Oh, the watering hole.
Though that's right. Yeah. I probably brought it up a couple times. There's the watering hole, and that's all I know. I've never been.
Sinclair, what does mean that it is Woodland Critter Bar? What does mean?
Well, I ran into this bloke. His name was I think it was Henry Gooddam. He's like a beaver man. He's like a beaver person. But you've got like squirrel people, maybe fox people. I knew there was a badger guy I grew up with. There's all kinds.
And block is what?
It's just like a fella, just like a guy,
dude.
like a friend. Yeah, buddy, pal, amigo. That's Elvish.
And this badger guy, this badger guy that you grew up with, what was he like in battle?
He actually had a big spoon. It was like a big club, but he made it out of a tree. So, but we didn't really. There wasn't a lot of battle really, but we did call him Spoony because of the big spoon club he had.
Sure.
But yeah, so that's woodland critters for the most part, you know. Like there's some rat folk and like littler mouse people. You know, they all exist.
It's a decent enough bar. If you're there with us, they'll let us all in.
I would,
Been
I would,
inside
I would,
myself.
I would think so. I mean, you just got to vouch. I'm sure there'd be other like human types, and maybe an elf. Half elf. You never know if he's buddies with a beaver.
Half elf, half critter.
Sure,
Oh.
yeah, maybe. But it would be a good place to ask around about maybe some new craft dealings as well. We spoke about that earlier a bit. They would know if somebody's being turned into cyborg things.
Yeah, I imagine word would get around. Yeah, I mean that sounds as good as the next place to me. I say, well, let's go for it.
I don't mind being around wee folk.
They're all sizes, really. But yeah, I'll lead the way. I don't know where it is.
Oh, well,
Please here with us.
probably cast it.
Is it just us that are speaking, or Lono and Koa? Are they here too? I can't see. It is nighttime.
I think they're
Can't see
below
anything.
they're below deck because they're got to be secret, and I bet they're gonna be really excited to see each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he means that probably they're going to have sex, but I also think that it'd be not a very good idea for them to come with us about the city. Seems like it would be a bit dangerous, more than necessary.
But we are leaving them here. I guess was Naughty Boy gonna stay and just like guard?
He could, or he could come with us if you think we might get in trouble.
Well, I'm more worried about trouble finding us here, or trouble befalling the ship while we're not around. You said, I mean, most of the crew already ran off. They got paid. So, do we have some kind of security detail right now while we go gallivanting around?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah,
Right.
I'd say security details tip top. Really,
Excellent.
probably about 50, A squad people, 100 A, 20, 15 crack security officers. Plus, of course, there's a security personnel like working the actual docks themselves that don't belong to the crew. So, I mean the ship should be fine.
Right. Well, cool. Yeah, let's
outside their door. Well, maybe not right outside.
Well, not he won't tell.
I
There's
don't
more
know
like-
what all
there were
he's
like-
recorded.
Probably 10, 15 people on board. I wouldn't call them crack security detail, but yeah. You see the crack security detail of somebody just walking by in a towel, shirtless, with a little hair net on, and a scrub brush, just
Shower shoes. He's got those
Yeah.
flip flops.
Well, it's not very yes and of you, Jacob, but okay.
He did yes and it. He said it's a funnier.
Not.
But no, the yes and isn't like, yeah, you get everything you want. You get it, but look at this funny dude coming.
there's enough people on the ship that you don't. They're pirates. They've seen some stuff. All right, they need to shower too.
Well,
They
it's-
fought
sure.
off I guess they didn't fight on the Crimson Tide. Not many people fought on the Crimson Tide.
well, if it's all the same, I'd rather bring him with us. I usually do when I'm going out for an undetermined length of time.
Now, Naughty was built by Newcraft, correct? Or was he built by the Navy?
No, he was built in Brandyhall. He's an import.
Oh,
He's
I'm just
warforged like the rest of them.
okay. I'm just trying to make sure if we're trying to get like Newcraft info, somebody might recognize him, but that's not the case.
Do you ever think that Warforged can think for themselves and start a big war or something like that?
It's a machine, love.
They are outlawed in Volkovik, not allowed. Volkovik
Really?
is strictly human labor. No Warforged.
Well, that's a bit cruel, don't you think? You've got a
Yeah.
machine that can do the work of 5 men. Why not use it?
Well, then 5 men go to where?
They do leisure. They do not labor. They don't waste their life away in the
You're
in the
right.
fields.
Can kill right away and machine go boom right there.
But no, I see what I think I see what you're saying, because like if he got a soul, then he's just a slave, right? That ain't no good. Everybody knows that.
Well, a good thing you don't have a soul then.
Nauti, Nauti.
Yeah, but it could, right?
I
Maybe,
don't think that's
maybe
how
it's-
it works.
Okay,
it's
we'll
a thought
we'll
of
drink about it.
different time. Maybe Warforged have soul. Now this is hypothetical.
Well, I mean, speculative at best, obviously, but fun to think about. What if your boy not? He's got a soul. He just can't talk.
I read fiction as
Or-
pastime, and I think it's a good idea where Warforged have, it's like people. And maybe it's tried, but in a big trope. But I'm
Not in this world.
Listen, I grew up around a lot of machines, not a lot of Warforged. That's not really what the Hawk Foundry specialized in, but that seems a bit far-fetched.
What did they specialize in?
Engines,
Like
like your own Hawk.
like a six pack.
Yeah, engines and weapons. The explodey bits are pretty much the same. Motors.
Motors, indeed. How about we go drink about this?
Yeah.
We're walking while we're talking.
Oh
right?
yeah, walking
Excellent.
and
Yeah.
talking.
Oh, look,
No.
the watering holes.
Oh,
right
it's
there.
right here.
We're here.
All right. I have roll 20 up, and it has dark ambiance music playing right now, which is not what I want.
It's theater of the
Um,
I want
we got
bar ambiance is what I want.
Yeah, what them critter folk listening to.
I hope it's not
it's
bad.
hardcore.
Hardcore. Wait, where are we canonically? Is this a prequel, a sequel, or a requel?
It's the sequel.
It's a sequel.
Yeah, this is a few years. I think we said what, 10 years after campaign 1.
Sure.
So the Great Warforged, what would you call rebellion of the South,
That has happened.
but no one knows about it.
Oh yeah. The whatever has happened in C1 up here, it wasn't big enough for people to really know about.
But it sounds pretty fucking big, man.
News
Certainly
travels
not
slow in
someone
the
from the
Malpais.
capital of the kingdom.
Are you saying campaign 1 sucked? It was like
I'm just saying what happens in the desert, stays out there in the Malpais. A lot goes in, not a lot comes out. You get to the watering hole. It's I'm gonna play a little ragtime piano in my ear. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
you need to get in the zone, dude.
yeah. You get in, and there is or you kind of see the lights coming off onto the street. You walk all the way across Cobus at night. Not a lot of dinosaurs are moving around too much anymore. So the streets are kind of full of people, and it's more of a street kind of fair going around. You see vendors selling street meats and little dinosaur kites that kids run around with on sticks. There's dinosaur dolls and some favorite winners of the past. You see names like Banana Candy and Tortoise Hair and a couple of other names. You kind of go through and you hear people talking about old dinosaurs that have raced in the past. You go all the way to the old town. It's let me see. I don't know where the map for Cobus is. I should put it on Roll20. It was in the chat a while back, wasn't it?
Alan's got a book right
I
here.
think it's in both chats.
It was in. I remember accessing it through the Skype chat. But if it's not a bunch of trouble right now, could you put it in the handout section of the Roll20? I don't know. I don't know what that takes.
Save it. Yeah, handout section on Roll20. I'm making it. I'm adding a handout. Dropping a file.
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking
He's doing it.
2024, y'all.
Handouts, handouts.
Shit.
It's not yet.
Shit.
It's not yet.
I'm saving changes. I'm showing the players. I'm
Yeah.
showing to everyone.
I see it. I see it right now.
Roll 20, baby. All right, now let me look at it as well. You have to go down into the old city. So you make your way through the market ward from the Tariki anchorage. You go around, you walk under some bridges. You see people kind of setting up barriers along the sides of buildings, kind of getting prepared. But a lot of that work's kind of done. You just see them kind of stacked up. Look like they're going to be put up in the morning. And then you go through a large arch, think like the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, right? It's this huge thing you guys walk underneath. And you see in the distance too what looks like a dilapidated pyramid. It looks like think kind of like a Central South American pyramid with the big kind of blocks on it, and it looks like tented homes and what look like people with less than great housing are kind of living up in that area, and kind of have made it kind of like a tent city. And as you guys walk by it, I mean, it's beautiful. It has lights on it, and you see like dim magics kind of lighting it up. It looks incredible. There's a lot of art out here, but this side of the city does look a little more run down, and there's like a weird smell in this part of town too that kind of permeates the area. You get further and further away from that sea smell, and no, it's not jasmine. And you finally get to the watering hole outside. Big old hippo bouncer just kind of sitting there.
That tickles
Oh,
me.
yeah. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the watering hole.
Hey, how's it going?
Sweet.
Yep.
Sweet, my man.
Sweet, everyone. Have a good night. And you
We're
walk in, and I'm going to try to drop some things in the chat. I find a lot of art, and I realize I need to share this art more than just hoarding it over
Your
here.
personal file.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can pull things into the chat real quick. No, I can't. Cool, WhatsApp. I'm gonna share them all on WhatsApp.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I have Modelo's in here. Oh,
okay.
I only brought one because I thought you had one.
No, I don't have any more.
Oh, dude, you want this one?
No.
Hell yeah.
What? You it's fine.
You sure?
It's not like I only drink those.
You only like her. Oh, you
I
had
hope none of those were a secret, because you got them all.
Oh, geez Louise. Good.
Oh, shit.
Oh God, the little cricket guy.
What about the little Bilbo Rackins over there?
Oh my God, these are great.
Oh, bear people.
Did
Very
you
cool.
make these, Jacob?
No, I have just found them. I get on whenever I'm so stressed out at work and I just need a mental break. I get on Midjourney and I just look for different art. I just scroll through, yeah, and I just found these over time. So you see a menagerie of people. The bar is you see
The pug is great.
Which one?
The pug. I like the pug and the monkey.
Oh God, how's the snake tie his tie?
Shit, dude, look at that little-
The bartender is the wolf with the flowers. This area, this bar itself is decorated with tons of greenery in it. And there's a kind of a second story, but it's more of branches that kind of stretch through. And you see on the branches different type of, what do we call them? Wildfolk, kind of hanging up in the tree branches. You see a few tabaxi lounging up there. You see
Kind of
the gorillas.
Like a rainforest cafe vibe. Is that what we're talking about?
Very rainforest cafe. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
And yeah, you got the gorillas up there chiefing it in the corner. And
Are the bears from Volkovic as well? No, I'm joking. That would
All
be,
bears are from Volkovic.
yeah, there'd be stereotypical kids. No, it's
Are there water features?
Yeah, there absolutely is kind of near the bar. The bar kind of like blocks off what looks like a. It kind of extends to the side and it looks almost like a pool that has like rocks and I would say like a maybe 10-foot waterfall coming off. Nothing crazy, but it kind of opens up into kind of almost like a Japanese garden kind of thing. The water kind of rushes through. So in that corner, it's kind of loud. You hear people kind of, but it's almost like a private area where, you know, close conversation is a little more valued. There is a band that's playing. It looks like a lizard folk and a rat are up there just kind of strumming back and forth, playing the blues a little bit. It's pretty chill vibe. But it seems like there's an element of like fun and I don't know, giddiness here. There seems to be a group of animal folk. One, a beaver person that looks familiar to Sinclair, is sitting around in a table with a bear folk and a couple of others, foxes and other people, and they look like they're sitting there having drinks together.
Excellent. Is there what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to? Are there open tables or like?
Yeah.
Great.
I
Okay.
think they're all just eating on the floor and drinking on the floor like animals.
They're animals.
No, I just want to make sure there's ample room for everyone. You know.
looking at
Are
a
the
bowl.
tables normal? Are they like different heights?
Yeah. There's a lot of different like rocks and logs and like stumps that look like they've been cut, but none of them are kind of uniform in any way. So you might, see people kind of going across the room, picking up a stump that works best for them and carrying it over. You see just like a rat person just rolling one, across.
Is there electric? Are there electric guitars in this world?
Yeah, they're Sparkane guitars.
Sparkane, yeah, Sparkane.
Sparkane guitars.
I forgot. Yeah, that was brilliant fun.
That's our every session shoehorn Sparkane back in. I like it.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
The stun batons, those are Sparkane. That's Sparkane.
Sparkane as well.
Mhm.
I will have Naughty stay outside. I'll have him stay
Okay.
just kind of by the door.
Naughty this whole time has just been kind of the stoic figure walking by, just the head kind of like a slow sweep to the side as it kind of just always stays kind of mechanically within 10 feet of, or how close does Naughty stay? Sorry.
He can move independently, but yeah.
Okay.
10 feet sounds good.
Yeah, he just kind of is just, he doesn't make much of a reaction to what you guys are talking about or anything on the way here. But he stands outside and just kind of stands there next to the hippo, and you just leave as the hippo starts making conversation. So where are you from? So where are you from?
Go to the.
No, talking to Naughty.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Play nice, Naughty.
So Naughty does not respond.
no soul in there. No ghost in the shell. Or
No
whatever.
ghost in the shell as far as Val's concerned.
Well, I volunteer myself to buy the first round. Actually, I just did that. I come back and I've got all these drinks. These slam 'em on the table. Welcome to the crew, Val, milady, and hold up a little glass to her. And
Man, Sinclair's
waiting
gone
for
a
a
long
cheers.
way. Sinclair's gone a long way from throwing cunt around to saying my lady.
Yeah, but I don't know if I prefer it.
He's in
I
the presence
call-
of a
I call
lady,
people-
all right?
Yeah, this is come on, button it up, Hadal. Come on,
Well,
show some
to
respect,
unwittingly having become accomplices to a warmonger's plot. Cheers.
Whoops, whoopsie, and yeah, we drink.
Speaking of,
Right.
shall we start with that or work our way up to it? Because it seems like now's the time to come clean if any of you knew about this. pretty wild chance of just roped into sort of a international scheme here.
I believe Sinclair has the best working theory right now is we are patsies. We are all a patsy pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I still haven't eliminated the possibility that we ourselves are being patsied separately from our pal Lono. But I lost my
Think we
train of
were
thought.
meant to find him.
Patsy's the good.
Meant to interrupt all this.
I mean, we was hired to get him.
We were
No,
hired
to get his
oh,
husband. We was hired to get his husband for whatever other reason, whatever same reason as the whole other ship with K, right? So we could still be patsies. I'm still really, I would love to just leave. Like before any transfer, any of that shit, just flee and just disappear in the aisles. That's my vote. If there's ever a vote, I know there's not. It's the captain's play. And I'm here to make it work. But like, we leave and we're good. And there's no more humps, you know? You just go. But we, you know, it is what it is.
Well, whoever...
Just in regards to that idea, I want to emphasize that we would not necessarily be good. We would be hunted. We have been fronted money for a job that we will not have completed by some organization that we know, next to nothing about. I mean, we have no idea what they're capable of or how angry they would be.
That is our fault, no?
Well, certainly, yes. And then they would certainly, continue to blame it on us. So
no, that getting involved with organization, we have nothing.
That's how these things go. I mean, we're a crew of pirates. Sometimes we take jobs from shadowy folks, but if the pay is good and it seems like we're going to be paid, we do that.
Now, mostly, I'm a very not aggressive, non-violent type till somebody, starts acting the fool and aggressing upon other people. But if it comes to doing something to take down the kingdom, I could be persuaded into that too, as long as we're not murdering a bunch of people willy-nilly. You crack a couple eggs. I don't like it to make an omelet. As far as any kind of scheme at this big party, but like, if we just leave, we disappear in the 10,000 islands. No one's charted it. I mean, we plan to just go, right? And explore the whole damn thing, try to find the way all the way to Al-Kahari. Nobody's going to find us there. No one's charted it.
Hadal, how deep into the 10,000 islands have you guys been before?
I don't know. Jacob, how deep have we been?
It all feels deep when you're in it.
I mean, like, I get that, like, it as a whole is not charted, but like people still use some of it, right? So I would assume we would have gone into some of it that's known.
The fringes are definitely known. The further you go into it, the less things kind of make sense anymore. But yeah, there's different outposts on the fringes of the islands that people are aware of. But,
so I guess the easier answer to that, Val, would be that we don't really know how deep we've gone because we haven't gone all the way across. At least no one has that we know of. So there are a few of those islands that I'm familiar with, a few routes that I know are safe and some that are dangerous, but I haven't been very deep. Few have.
But I had an idea on the walk over here. So we find a nice place in the 10,000 islands. We make it ours. We set up Koa and Lono there. We take in people that need a place. We make it our own. That's a stopping point for our future path, through the Al-Kahari. And then, somebody comes looking for us. Oh, look, it's King Lono. Hi, look, it's King Jabal. Whatever, fuck off. That kind of thing. We could make our own kingdom, or with Milady here, but she,
Next time you say that.
Okay. I got you.
Is that is Milady your middle name?
You fuckers. I swear. Next person at my ladies' meet is buying all of us shots.
Well, I assure you, I have no attention to. Now, to your point,
You call her?
absolute. I mean, I think that's it sounds like a lovely idea, but it's not something that we could do without, some coin. And I certainly don't have that much myself to, set up a permanent settlement. We would run out of, supplies, I think, very quickly.
Not if we find a nice island, with ample stuff we need: food, water, trees for wood. What else you need? Stone for stuff.
I like to eat. I eat food usually multiple times a day.
A lot of fish.
And I'm
Fish.
a fair hand at fishing, but I don't know anything about farming.
But we'll have Miwo. He can cook it all. He can find the food.
Well, I don't know that cooking it necessarily means that he can provide it. From the outside.
I have no dog in fights or in cooking, but what to a dull point is the devil's advocate. I don't understand, the political nature of what we're doing, but the devil we don't know is, out there in 10,000 islands. Nobody goes there. At least here we know problem. Problem is pretty straight.
And we'd be turning our back on all this. If we just run and hide, this doesn't go away. People are still out here plotting and messing with other people's lives for their own gain. Listen, the story, someone is trying to frame Lono.
The DM.
Someone's trying to frame Lono for the murder of this princess. Obviously, the crown has loads to gain from a story of Jobal's son betraying their alliance with Al-Kahari. You'd start a war with that kind of story. If we run away from that happens. That happens. They'll find a way.
Now I do. So I should have brought. I think we spoke about this. I met the queen, and she gave me her fidget into my pocket, and I pull out this little black bead. So this will let me send her a message. She wanted me to just report in with whatever I found. She wanted to know who killed her daughter. We know who killed her daughter. It was, the crew of the Crimson Tide hired by K. All we have is K. K could be Kingdom. K could be, she's got this god named Karoth. He's a tabaxi. It could be him. Those are the only K names besides Koa. Of course, I didn't want to bring him up, though, just in case. But if this party that we're fucking off around is all the elites, she may already be here, and we just don't know.
Excuse me, K. Where is the K? Why is the K?
K.
Lono told us that he overheard that the crew of the Crimson Tide had been hired by someone known as K, but he knew.
I think that was actually the captain of the Crimson Tide that said that.
Oh, is that right?
Okay. I think
tortured her to death.
I think.
Oh, then maybe it was one of the letters that we found amongst her things that said that it was signed by someone known as K. Is that not right?
Only the DM knows.
Maybe it was a little bit of everything. No, you definitely saw a scripted K on a letter, and I think the captain may have said something to back that up, to kind of
corroborate
that.
Now, okay, something just occurred to me. It's Queen Mariah Khan. That's a K name, right? That'd be kind of weird, though, if but she would be trying to get Koa if she thinks he murdered her. You know what I'm saying? The princess. If he murdered the princess, she would want him more than anybody.
But Kay sent the Crimson Tide to collect Lono and kill the princess in the process, if necessary. I don't think the queen herself would put her daughter in such risk.
And she wouldn't have hired you to, find her killer unless she was going to hire you.
Yeah.
Unless she's going to hire you in some sort of public way that everybody would know, to sort of clear,
Yeah, maybe.
suspicion. But I don't think that's the case. Did you already send her that message?
No, I haven't yet. I was wondering if I should or if we should wait a little bit longer, but she may be here, on the island going to this big fancy party.
I
Is
think
it a one-time use
Uh-huh.
contact?
Yeah, that's why I've been saving it.
Maybe don't call her at midnight. Or do, I don't know.
Well, I could be dead. I could be dead later, she may never get it.
Personally,
You
I
up?
think I think the sooner the better, because we've got a little more information than you had last time, and she might be able to illuminate a little bit. I don't think when you spoke with her back in feed that we knew anything about any K.
No, nothing.
It could be that she's learned something since, or she knows something.
But what if she is a bad person and is sending down wrong path on purpose?
Then she's going to send a message back and send me on another goose chase, if that's the case.
It just seems really unlikely that she would have hired some random group of pirating mercenaries to kill her own daughter.
And then hire an investigator to find out about it.
In order to sort of start some war with the kingdom, she could just declare war if she needed to or something.
Sinclair, didn't you you saved her life?
I
Yes?
did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here's another really weird aspect of this. So, okay, Val, we was on this gambling boat. We were sneaking aboard this gambling boat. As I was climbing up a rope, I saw these guys, the Alkahari Knights, fucking with the engine. So I snuck in there. It went poorly, but they let me leave. They let me escape with my life. But they said, I forget what the words are without looking in my journal real quick, but they said this stuff in Alkahari, which they only say to people that they kill. So it didn't quite make sense. And when I told that to the queen and Karaf, her head of her guard, who runs all these Alkahari Knights, he didn't seem to really know what was going on with that. So they're either imposters from the kingdom blowing up the boat that the queen is on for whatever reason, or, it's some dumb, even further crazy plan, which, we're already spinning about.
She is insidious.
But
she tried killing herself. What kind of person would do that?
Obviously, she's insane. But in fact, if she's not insane, did you not also determine somehow, Sinclair, that the context in which those supposed knights used that phrase, Guala Vanath?
Kuala Vanath, that's right. Thank you.
Was sort of out of context, sort of seeming as if they
were.
Yeah.
The queen said that is it's what they tell people. It's like die with honor. That's what they tell people right before they cut them up and make sure they're dead, which is weird, but it's a famous saying. So an imposter posing as an Alkahari would use it in the wrong context, maybe.
But could they have been saying it to each other, assuming that they were about to all die in this explosion?
Maybe, but the explosion wasn't for 30 minutes after that. And after they yelled it out the porthole I jumped out of.
It's not like they thought you were gonna die and they said it. They watched you getting away and they said it.
Yeah. I mean, they let me live. They had me they had me. And they were like, get out of here. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And I got out of there.
What? Stinks like imposter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that could, okay, so the riverboat explodes, the queen is killed. This is all outside of feed, and then the kingdom with Alkahari together go to war with feed. So that kind of makes sense to me, that the kingdom would blow up the boat that the queen's on and blame it on feed. So that's another angle.
Yeah.
A lot of angles.
Been a lot lately making me think something is the kingdom's up to something more than usual.
What about this? What about, can we think of a few items that we would do well to learn? What questions do we need answers to before we take our next big step? Because as it is right now, I feel very uncomfortable with the idea of turning Koa over to anyone, especially if we would like to get him back.
I have a clever idea. is if we, since we know nothing in many angles, what if we forced an angle and said we are here from the beacon of the queen, and we understand we're in on it, and we call bluff, even to confuse.
So
You're talking at the exchange?
Yes. Yeah.
Do we know we're meant to be turning in Koa to
A
the
random
irregulars?
No, I think the
No.
irregulars just set up the messaging between us and whoever at the party is going to be getting the turkey, if you know what I'm saying.
but for all we know, that could just be a higher member of the irregulars. We don't know who that will be.
We have
Maybe.
zero information about who the benefactor to receive Koa is.
None. We don't
Well,
know
that seems
K,
like
and
priority.
we don't know the
information.
benefactor.
What if it's someone on our side? I can't think they. If they're at this party and they're asking us to come there, it doesn't sound like there's someone on our side. But who the fuck are they?
Exactly. Them's the missing piece. We only got 2 missing pieces though. Just 2. Who's K
What's the
and
other?
who's
Oh.
the benefactor? K and the benefactor.
And if they're the same person?
That could be a thing too, you know. But if they're trying to get, if it's the same person trying to get both of them, I don't know.
To get answer, do we need to do counter espionage?
Well,
Yes.
hang on. We could. Sorry to interrupt. Okay, we haven't spotted the judgment yet. So the judgment was supposed to take Lono to Kobas, and it was K that hired the Crimson Tide. Yes, we're on the right page. So K is going to be picking up, or would be picking up Lono from the judgment, but I guess not anymore. Never mind. I was going to say, like, stake out the docks, see if we can spot the judgment. Maybe we see whoever trying to get to Lono, but they would have sent word that he's not on the boat. Carry on.
Would it not be logical if the person benefactor of Koa transfer would be same person as Lono transfer?
It's certainly possible, but you know, Koa is not directly responsible for anything involved. He wasn't present for the murder of the princess. I don't really know why they would want Koa. The same people would want Koa to just have some additional person to frame for this murder beyond Lono. I can't understand why it would be the same person, but it's certainly possible.
To hold all pieces for contingency.
But Koa's only a piece because he was wanted by someone.
No, mate. Koa's a piece because he's Lono's, you know, husband. So like that's power over Lono for whatever reason. You know, whoever's pulling the strings that way. So maybe taking Koa was just a backup plan. If they couldn't get Lono for whatever reason, they'd at least have Koa, who Lono would try to be getting to, you know?
Oh
Yes,
no! Oh no! Are they? Koa and Lono are gone, aren't they? They're probably gone. Probably while we're talking, they have everything. The ship. Oh no!
I don't think the captain would let them sail the ship away.
I have had many drinks. I get anxious.
I think
You've only been here for like half an hour. You're slamming it back.
You know, God's willing. I hope they did. I hope they got the fuck out. You know, and then you know the decision's done, and then we're just stuck with its mess. So, but you know, it's a mess. What we got.
If we turn them in, this goes on. This plot goes on. But if we run, they chase us. I
I
just want to know.
I thought
who all the beasts are.
we will do classic bait and switch. Oh, are we now we're going back to our trickery, no?
I think the hope was that we would turn them in, get paid, fat stacks, and then bust them out again, and then flee.
In disguise, yeah.
So what if we give Koa? It could be me. It could be Val. Can you turn into people?
I can, but what are you doing to guarantee I'm not taken for good?
You turn back, and then they say, "Oh,
Can
this
you
is bad.
can you
This is
can you
just-
turn tiny? Can you turn small?
Let
Can
me
you
check.
turn me into Koa? Because I'm already small.
You are already small. Well, I could.
I thought about that, but then I'd be, if I did escape, I'd be off on my own again. Which might turn into like 2 separate adventures,
I'm right good at not being found and getting away if I need to. This might. Oh Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah, he's a kingdom guy.
That's a kingdom, dude.
The kingdom.
He's a demigod. He's a demigod.
He is the kingdom.
How that what I'm looking at. This guy's self is only. I don't know if I can
I
change
think
size.
it's cast on self, and I think
Yeah.
you cannot change size, class, or whatever.
What's it called?
Disguise
It's got self.
Oh yeah, this guy still can't. Doesn't sound like you cast it on someone else.
Mm-mm.
My
Cast this guy's self on you.
That's
It
fair.
might-
You do know where to get seeming potions.
Oh, that's true.
That is true.
Hmm.
That is a backup option. We could figure out who we're giving Koa to, and then I just escape. Hopefully, I'm really slippery. I like handcuffs, bindings. I slide right out.
Hmm.
So as long as there's no like anti-magic, I could at least misty step, and at least start running, or whatever.
I mean, that
Can you
sounds
take
like
someone else with you when you do that?
Misty step?
Yeah.
No, it's a second level. You want like a dimension door, something like that.
I think you can also do it with Thunder Step, but not Misty Step.
Ooh, I've never heard of that one.
Pretty sure it's a thing. It's fucking cool.
Neat. That would be cool. I can imagine it.
Hudson's
very
not
cool.
every kind of character. He's locked in, baby.
Oh.
Hadal just changed his accent again.
I know. It's just
Yeah, have you heard of a thunderstep?
Thunder.
I'm joking.
Uh,
That's not how you talk. Just know how you talk.
I mean, if we could get away real fast, then I've got some things I could whip up to help us hide or disappear. Get weird with extra dimensional stuff.
that would be weird. I mean, I think that's a solid like. Okay, if we're definitely not just doing the exchange right away, or if we want like a tricky double cross, I think that's a solid option. And and we can kind of go from there. But we really
No,
just
I
don't
think-
know what to expect once we get to this party.
No, we don't. So I think that we are going to have to go to the party, see if we can't rendezvous with whoever it is that we're supposed to meet for the handoff, and at least try to get some more information, and then decide from there how we're going to act. While we're here, would anyone like to inquire more about Newcraft and any of their business? I don't know if it's really that pressing, especially given the gravity of these other matters, but it's an option.
But look at all the lively people here. You should find out who. Hey, rat man.
There's a beaver man over there, about 30 feet over there. He's the guy that told me about the bar. I could go inquire, or some such.
If he's heard of others.
If he's heard of
Cyborg.
maybe some crazy shit, word gets around. it's a port town, so news travels all.
Yeah.
I think it'd be worth a shot. Why don't you do that as a fellow woodland critter? Perhaps you could establish a quick
Is
rapport.
bugbear considered woodland critter?
I don't think they're limited to the woods, but sure.
I live in woods many years.
You did. Hey,
I've
I'll give us another round while you go and talk to your beaver friend.
okay. That
Tell
sounds
me
good.
about your life in the woods.
That sounds good. Yeah. I scamper over, or no, I'm playing it cool. I meander over.
There you go.
How about
And,
you saunter over, dude? Just
there you
go
go.
play it big time. Saunter over. Yeah, just like Vince McMahon.
All elbows.
Yeah, just Leonardo DiCaprio, all the way down there. It's real swag. Is Henry Gooddam still sitting at that table that I saw him at earlier?
Henry Gooddam is sitting there at that table. All right. They take a drink. Everybody kind of, hey, Sinclair, Henry Gooddam. Damn good to see ya.
Sweet.
Sweet,
And-
mate. Hey, this is Sinclair. He's
How
down
you
at the
doing?
docks today. Oh,
Hi.
Sinclair.
I'm Sinclair.
Oh,
Yeah. This place is great. I've never seen so many different wild folk in one place. This is great.
yeah. No, this is a little bit of a haven for us out here. Yeah, just people coming and going. Out here we you get coins from all over.
Excellent. Hey, so I was wondering if I could maybe pull on your ear for a minute, maybe discreetly. I know these are your buddies, but I had some kind of.
Oh, damn.
You seem like a nice guy, and I just had some really strange stuff to run by you. If you're interested.
Sure, help me carry another round for my friends. We're celebrating tonight. Oh, but yeah. All right.
Well,
One more round on us. We'll get it.
What are you celebrating?
Oh, Jimmy over there, and he points to a fox, kind of at the end, kind of in I would say in a kind of like a jumpsuit, kind of. Oh, Jimmy over there got a promotion. He's going to be transferred soon.
Like Uma Thurman suit and
Right yellow.
Yeah, kind of like a grayish kind of jumpsuit. Might almost look more like janitorial or maintenance staff.
Hot rod. Think hot rod.
Yeah, I think hot rod.
Oh well, congrats, mate. Where'd you get promoted? Where y'all all work at?
Oh, I work at Newcraft. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was there. I was there the other day. That place was great before all them dinosaurs started running around.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. We had to close it all down there for a while. It was madness. You saw it.
Yes, I did. I saw it, and it was wild. I got quite a tour of that place as that shit was going down. So
yeah, a heck of a way to end my time at Cobra. So I mean, man, we have been swamped, but thankfully, today was my last day. So, they wanted me to stick around. I said no. I'm making it to the main facility. That's for sure.
Cool. So where's that at? Is that on some of the island? Or?
Yeah, it's in the islands. Yeah.
Oh, neat. Okay, cool. Yeah, I heard they got like research stations and vessels going about everywhere. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a good job. The benefits are good. You get promoted, you can move up. Yeah. So it's not a bad job. It's just, another, they don't really discriminate,
Interesting. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
More egalitarian, you might say.
Yeah. They just base it on your work,
I like
you work
that.
hard, you move up.
I like that. Well, hey, congrats.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Cheers. I clink his glass.
Cheers. Hey.
So
Nice to meet you, Sinclair.
So Mr. Gooddam, I am a sailor. We came from Feed a few months ago.
Never been there myself, no.
Well, interestingly enough, some pals of mine were getting into a bit of trouble. They poorly chose to go exploring where they shouldn't, and they came across an other wildfolk like myself who had been augmented with machinery and some sort of like, what would you call it, robotics, or like it was like a part of him was like them Warforged. You ever seen them guys? Like a
Yeah.
machine man.
No, no. So sorry.
I know this is
No,
all this is all crazy.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Okay, what are my numbers?
Yeah, he looks confused at you as you guys are kind of explaining this, kind of just going along, all right. He kind of slows down a little bit, and he's like,
I'm sorry,
all
I
right,
just need just maybe like a couple more minutes. I got a 17. It's very strange, I know.
Yeah, I've seen I think I've seen a Warforged. I've seen, here and there on, around the docks and everything. I've seen one. But no, I don't know of anything of anybody getting augmented. He said no. I haven't
I know
seen
it's
that.
weird.
At least I haven't seen it from the docks. I can ask Jimmy if you want. He works there a little bit longer than I. Than most people have.
Jimmy was the Fox man?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't think he'd like freak out or something?
Well,
I mean, you're taking it all right.
Yeah. I think maybe I'll ask him before he leaves or something like that. Maybe I'll get back to you. I don't think maybe tonight might be the best night to ask him.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm talking to you instead of him. But
machine people. You saw.
Yeah, like it would be like me and Otter, but parts of me would be like machine and have like extra claws and like a weapon, like a half Warforged, half wildfolk kind of weapon situation. Now, and also I do believe that there was like new craft about it. So like I'm literally just remembering this now. So you may want to like warn your buddy that they might be like trying to turn him into one of these things. And I'm ruining your night, and I know it. I know I'm just ruining your night here. But you showed me kindness.
Oh no! Appreciate it. And it's always nice to see another wild folk around. Yeah, absolutely. No.
Yeah.
We always look out for one another. I appreciate that. There. In he kind of like is a little flustered. It's a little strange what you're saying. I'll just kind of stick to my work. Stick to my family and my friends, and try to keep quiet out here. And haven't heard anything like that. I know that there are other wild folk. One other that I know of that's it's a little interested in theories such as that. They might have more information maybe, or maybe they
that'd be great.
Inform you. Gee, mate, just be careful who you're talking to out there about that kind of stuff.
I would think so, yeah.
And anyway, there's a detective. It's he calls himself a detective. In town. I know he's really interested in new craft, but it's a little he's a little salty. He's and he kind of just keeps going on. He's like ordering the drinks and kind of putting them like on his tail. He gets a little tray as well. He kind of lifts up and puts in his hands. He's like I think his name's Boots PI or something. You might want to check with him.
Okay, I will. Thanks, mate. And I'm gonna put like 5 gold on the tray he's got just to cover some drinks for the night.
No,
look, I don't want you to regret like seeing me in the street and being kind and saying, "Hey, come to here," while I ruin your night.
No. Here, take a drink. Take one. For the road.
Yes. All right.
It was good seeing you, Sinclair.
It was great to see you.
You know what? If I see you down at the docks, and if I'll try to mention something to Jimmy if we get some time, and
Jimmy,
and then I'll get back to you. Don't be a stranger.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
All right, sweet. And I'm gonna just
Oh yeah,
leave.
sweet.
I'm gonna leave and just like
Emilio
shake my head.
Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck. They don't know anything. But that fox over there is. I think that fox over there is about to get turned into one of the cyborg people.
You destroyed that man's life with telling this head. Oh no!
Yeah, you just see like Henry Gooddam just sit back at the table, and everybody's like grabbing drinks. It's like
He's just
kinda
1,000-yard stares off it. Oh, excellent. So yeah, they don't know anything, but they told me to find this like a detective, Boots PI. You ever heard of that, Val? Boots PI.
Boots PI, is that real? Are you fucking me?
Boots PI. I imagine.
Did
Sorry,
he?
it's probably
Did he
cultural.
give you any more details about where you could find him or anything like that?
No, he didn't. He just said to find that guy. Okay,
I mean, it's
I don't
kind of
know.
a City Sinclair.
Why
It's not going to be.
I feel like I do that a lot, you know.
He's a wild folk as well.
Why would Boots PI know anything about Newcraft? They don't
He's a
understand.
detective.
Well, he's been interested, so he's been looking into them, and seems to have interest in their dealings and their doings. That's about what he said.
I know Henry looks a little downcast as it is, but maybe you could ask him where you could find Boots PI, because as it is, the name doesn't really do a whole lot of good.
Have I heard of Boots PI? Is this like a guy that's
Seems to be a guy in Cobus.
You're
yeah?
muted. Jacob, you're still muted. There you go.
Go ahead and roll a history check. It's
Oh,
absolutely
no.
possible for you to know who this is.
Oh my god. Okay. That is 16.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say with the 16, you might be familiar with the name. You've probably seen it before. You've probably seen it on a periodical that gets passed around town occasionally, with kind of wild headlines, like sensational headlines. You see, aliens probed me. You see, Bat Boy strikes again. You see, my mother, fell into a volcano. Kind of just strange tales, and it's on.
That actually seems really.
That one was real. Wild enough.
There's probably real stuff.
Yeah.
Is
It's called.
Boots
It's
like a
called the.
contributor, or he's
It's called the Relentless Inquirer. Is this periodical?
and he is the sole author.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he runs it out of a basement or something.
Yeah. So you may have seen that name attributed with the Relentless Inquirer.
Cool name.
Oh well, Sir Sinclair, I don't know if you'd be really wisely spending your time talking to someone like that. He's sort of a crackpot.
It can't all be bullshit though, right?
I mean, you're welcome to find the gold within the shit, but it's quite a lot of shit.
I mean, that's the
Maybe.
only tip we've got to learn anything more about Newcraft, if that's a priority for you. But I mean, we also do have our hands full with other things.
Yeah, right.
What's
Well,
your soul- I mean, what will you do if you do find out? Like, what do you care?
Well, I
Besides
mean,
being a wild folk yourself, I mean, it's terrible, but
well, I care because to me that sounds a bit like slavery, which I don't appreciate, and have I've been pretty clear about that. Meanwhile, I didn't know you was a slave till like 2 hours ago, by the way. I'm very dedicated to ending slavery, and that kind of stuff,
And just
So-
animal rights violations of all shapes and sizes.
well,
I mean, just rights. They're just rights, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. No.
But they're natural. They're natural rights. They're just inherent
Well, are you
to
not a wild
anybody.
animal?
Well, I suppose, I mean, as far as that goes, we're all animals of some kind, except for maybe Nauti.
Yeah, but I mean, like some animals, it's not the same as a person. You wouldn't want to like start experimenting something dangerous on a person first.
But why experiment
Why not?
just with anything?
I mean, you might want to be sure that it's safe for persons, you know.
Who are persons?
I mean, I'm a person.
I'm a person.
You're
I'm
really
a bit-
kind of
yeah.
in the middle.
Do you want
Seems a
to
pretty
find out
hard line.
which person I am? Huh?
How could you?
Let's
show-
go. Let's go outside. Hey, hippo.
Wait, what are you saying that if you beat me up, then
Yes.
that will prove you're
That
a
proves
person?
you're
Than you.
But I think an animal could. I mean, the hippo with the door could certainly beat me up.
He is,
No, mate.
he's a
No,
person.
is the thing. Him deciding to kick your ass. That's what makes him a person. He's
and
making up his own mind, you know.
not deciding.
But I think any animal
Not
could choose
deciding-
to either fight or flee.
I am not fleeing, my friend. I am letting you live.
The orca can decide to shred you limb from limb or play with you and send you on your way.
Right, but he also just did a bit of negotiating. That's not something that any old run-of-the-mill orca is going to be doing, you know. Although they are very intelligent, you know. But he's reasoning to a
So-
degree, you know.
So orcas, we save.
not the
Other
same.
creature we can't. According to Hadal, there's a hierarchy. Oh, this is Hadal number 1 right here.
Absolutely, yeah.
King, I am
Yeah.
king, I'm king. And then here, oh, Hadal, please. Okay, thank you.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but indeed, I do think there is a hierarchy. But listen, that's neither here nor there. I'm going to get another
What
round.
does
I'll be
that
right back.
mean? It is not there nor here, so it don't.
I'm going to
exist.
go get another round.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go there.
Sweet.
You walk up and you get another round of drinks. The bartender right there passing you what you need.
I'm gonna get 4 more of the drinks that we got earlier.
No.
Which I haven't
Oh,
seen.
okay.
Hey.
Okay. Okay. We
Oh,
hadn't talked to the bartender yet. I didn't know if we were going to.
Yeah.
Right, dearie. All right. 4 more of what you had before. You have the table over there, table number 9. Okay. Pull this up. You all wanting to open up a tab then?
Yes, that's fine.
keep it on Sinclair's tab.
And the name?
I pay cash.
Oh, actually, yeah, no, I'll just pay in cash. It's fine.
All right.
I'm actually
all right.
surprised you do tabs, but I appreciate the option.
No, that's all right. All right. Here you go. And she pours you a few drinks, and she's busy kind of signaling to other people. You kind of look around, and yeah, there's a lot of animal folk in here.
And
kinda
Hadal's just like, ugh, lessers.
He's moving
He's just, he's just,
the same thing.
He
He's
just
just
walks
over
away.
there.
He doesn't tip.
That's not tip.
I'm not trying to make the argument that everyone in this bar is less than. It's just we're not animals.
That's true. I think, yeah, you are different for sure. But I mean, elves are people, dwarves are people, right?
A thinking, feeling being. Let's. Well,
Well, there you go. I'm
no,
a, I'm a
iron on,
thinking,
yeah.
I'm a thinking, feeling being myself.
You're people. You're a
I'm a
person.
I'm a person. It's as easy as that, I decide my own destiny. I make plans for the future. I weigh pros and cons. I got imagination, that kind of shit.
You're
these
acting on
people.
more than just pure instinct. It's
Ex-
yeah.
That's right.
Well, do you read that on the captain's vision board? It says thinking, feeling, being. Is right there. It says love, live, laugh, love, thinking, being, thinking, feeling, being.
I feel
Does
like
she put that
Captain
above her
Dark
bed,
Tide
does she?
did not have Live, Laugh, Love on her vision board.
Live,
She is
laugh,
very
love is
important.
it's painted on the back of the rising sun as it
Mhm.
sails into the sunset.
And then does it
Oh,
have like
the
a little bumper
Both can see
sticker
it as we sail away.
with a big bugbear, like a little otter, like a little person with a wrench, and then like a
And all 40 members of the crew.
All
And
the
then-
NPCs,
All
yeah.
100,000
a dog, like all these
You're all
puppet mesh-
jumping in the air at the same time in like a group like Christmas photo.
Oh,
Look,
Yeah, I've got a good feeling about it.
Adal's a hierarchy man. You know, he's the first mate. He thinks in order. You know, you got the top, you got the captain, then there's him, and then we're all like his team. You know, that's how he sees the world. He's been a sailor for a long time. You know.
Where is he
How
from?
long?
'Cause you and him sound similar. So do you know whether is that where is he? He lives
Wh-
from the sea.
That's what I gather. Yeah, he's from like way deep down. Like there's civilization elsewhere. You know, in the depths. I don't know, something like that. There he is. Hey, Adal. Adal comes back over.
Actually,
Drinks.
before I came back, can I ask the bartender lady if she knows anything about Boots PI?
Cyborgs.
Boots.
You're looking for Boots PI? Yeah, he occasionally comes in here, only during the days it seems like. He usually doesn't last long enough to make it to nighttime. We usually have to ask him to leave earlier.
You have to ask him to leave. Why is that? Is he like a rowdy?
He just gets a little opinionated, boisterous. Just doesn't make it a lively atmosphere for nighttime patrons.
I see. Do you have any idea what part of town he lives in, or where I could find him?
I believe that he lives in the market ward. Let me see. Let me think.
What makes sense?
Yeah, kind of on the main street of the market ward. You could find him. You know, there's a bridge that kind of goes over the pathway down there. If you look on your map, it's number 20. I can't read it. Number 20.
Oh yeah, we also gotta mark the watering hole on here somewhere. Gotta update this map, Jacob.
Yeah, the
points
watering
we get.
hole. The watering hole is going to be number 27.
And where's 20?
If you look back at the market ward, and it's up near those circle buildings in the middle.
I see him. Oh,
kind of at the
yeah.
entrance of
Yeah, I see.
Tiriki Anchorage. Yeah.
got
How do you say that?
Tiriki.
Chiriki.
All right.
Ricky.
Thank you very much, dear. I really appreciate that. Yeah, here you go. And I give her a tip of 5 silver or whatever is normal.
And you make sure that you're in touch
An
her.
appropriate tip.
You just roll it across the bar.
I don't know how this went to like I can't touch animals.
Yeah. Yeah. Each go ahead for your
I don't know why this would be canon that I have this weird thing where I
No.
can't touch animals for some reason.
Go ahead.
No, you touch them. You touch them, but first you like pause and look down at their hand, and then you grab the money. Like,
And then there's like a chill. There's a chill that goes.
I'm
Show
probably,
goosebumps on your
probably
skin.
Little
generally
bottle of hand sanitizer as he goes back to the table.
yeah. Or
That's
just
how I
rum,
don't
just
do
pirate
it.
rum. Just...
I'm suspicious of all surface dwelling beings.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Actually,
Okay.
most aquatic beings.
Is Hadal scaly?
I imagine
He's
he
smooth.
is.
He's smooth everywhere.
I imagine he's like maybe
Like
just
amphibious?
slightly scaly, like
They're so
very-
small that you can't even
faint.
really perceive. Yeah.
Wait, what?
There's so many of them.
You don't have hair. You have like some type of.
Okay, here.
I
Oh,
thought
your
it was
gills. Your gills.
gills.
I did originally want there to be fins, but after that AI image that I made, that's just what Hadal looks like because it's so much cooler.
Can you show me what that is?
I can, but it'll take me a minute.
Okay.
Here, I'll put it up on roll 20 if you want.
Oh, you got it?
Colin's lying. He has it
It's your
as
token.
a background. It's Hadal.
Well, I could find it on my phone easy, but I don't know. I don't remember where.
Did we
I got it
decide
right
his
here
hair
on the
is
roll.
his gills?
What's that?
Did we decide his hair is his gills? Like the.
No, I want to imagine he's got gills like Kevin Costner in Waterworld. They're just kind of like back here behind the ear.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This.
Yeah, there you go.
this-
Jacob's got it.
this fucking-
Muto.
Oh man.
Does he have tats?
Guys,
I don't know. Yeah, I guess he'd probably have some tats, but they'd be like tribal-ish designs,
Oh.
like not like words or
Would it be?
pictures.
I guess instead of an anchor, would it be like a tire iron or something, or what? Like I don't know, or a brake? Like what?
I think
Like
anchors for people under the sea are still anchors. They
No,
don't like
no. I
transform
think
into
you
other
guys would
shit.
want like a brake, like a car brake, the or something. I was thinking the equivalent of a land vehicle. You know, like an anchor stops the ship.
Clearly, you don't
Yeah.
know much about my people, but
Oh.
Oh, you had
You have cars underwater. You would run. You have vehicle. We go beep beep beep, and there's traffic. Don't be silly.
no. There's
Oh,
not
hey,
one of
I've
those
got a
theories.
question. I've got a serious question for you. You're from under the sea.
Yes, that's right.
Under the
I've always wondered, how do Tritons navigate if you can't see the stars?
Oh, got your ass.
Yes, no, that's a fair question. I suppose you
Magnet.
could say when you're close to the bottom, then there are certainly landmarks, just as there are on land. The movement of the currents is an indication of direction. If you know the way the currents normally move in a certain part of the ocean, then you would know, which way because they're generally pretty stable, at least deep down. And I guess I suppose there's also sort of just an instinctual, direction. Yeah, and I think there is, to a degree, there's, I think, something to do with sparkanic magnetic fields.
Wouldn't they be
Mm.
You can just say it, whatever you're about to say.
magnetic?
I think it's just magnetic.
No, I think it's magnetic.
Oh,
You feel the ley lines and all that down there.
yes, I suppose there could be some of that. I don't know. Never really dug into it myself.
That's not where your magic comes from, then.
From the ley lines of the. No, I don't. I don't really know what ley lines are exactly.
You just do it. Then
Since
you
I
don't
was
have
young.
to study it none.
Since I was young, I mean, there certainly is some studying of specific techniques, but I think my magical abilities sort of innate, and actually, I guess I've never thought about how that would work, or if it would vary from like world to world. But like, could any like wild magic sorcerers and stuff, their magic is just sort of like, it just happens to them. Like warlocks get theirs from a patron. But like a wizard's just a normal ass being that just learns how to do it.
Yeah.
It's the
So
ley
I
lines.
imagine druids are that way as well. It's not like our magic's necessarily given by a patron.
You get it.
I
You
think
just
you
like
can
absorb it from
Energy.
the natural
like,
forces.
when
It's
you're
like the witch.
talking about like the tides and you just kind of instinctually know, I think that probably it comes a lot, that gift, to your people, maybe not to everyone. But I would say that like just being so connected in such a special part of nature, where like the nature is so prevalent that it's
Right.
probably easier to make that connection with nature, whereas a druid on the land would be like living in the forest and like really far away from everything. I think I could see you just with your backstory, just being a part of everything around you at all times and just really honing in on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you guys like Witcher rules of magic or Name of the Wind style?
Oh, Name of the Wind style.
What are rules?
Witcher, like it's like ley lines shit. Like you kind of have to like feel it and like let it course through the wave, the wave of magic. Hud, can you back me up on that?
Yeah, that's about it. That sounds about right.
I think it's
Something-
both.
something-
So there's
some
like
such.
the
Yeah, out here I consider magic kind of like an elemental force or something, kind of like a natural part of things. It can be studied and learned, but you can also connect yourself to it in other ways.
I think D&D has it as like magic is part of the weave of everything that like makes up where we're at. So like wizards learn how to interact with it by being smart. Druids just kind of naturally, feel the flow of different, nature magic and shit like that.
If you're familiar with how Goku would create his spirit bomb, I imagine it's like that, where like the energy of the earth itself and the plants and the animals willingly give some of that energy.
It
and
doesn't-
allow
He's
me
a
to-
he's a famous wild folk.
But it doesn't.
That's right.
It doesn't take you 4
I would- I-
episodes to do a wave. To title
If
wave.
I take 4 episodes, it's a much bigger tidal wave.
If
Canon.
it's kind of part of the force that kind of created everything in my mind. It's like there was rock and matter, but with that there's magic that kind of bound it and kind of helped create life in a way.
Love it.
Baked in.
Baked in.
So there you have it.
I like that.
That's crack.
It's good crack.
That's good crack. I had to study for everything I know, so that
That sucks.
that
Well,
does-
I can do a bit of magic, but I got it by like almost dying in a shipwreck. I think.
What?
I think I was like I think like Cord spared me,
Who?
and like gave me this like
Oh,
the magic I can do. Cord, he's like a
piece of
god.
rope you're holding
Yeah,
on to.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A cord
Um,
is your life, and now you are. It is not God. It is just material. It is like hemp.
Well, there's also a god. It's like there, and there. It's all spelled different,
Yes,
and
you
they
said-
mean different
that-
things, but they sound exactly the same when you say them out loud with your mouth. It's like that.
But and now you are beholden to the cord.
I really don't know. I just assume, So I just kind of like, if I go into battle, I'm like, yeah, cool. He's all about battle.
Yeah, Gord.
It's just like a feeling you get,
do you
yes,
feel like he
why?
expects something from you in return for these?
No, I
powers?
don't. I don't think so. But maybe, we was fighting a big sea monster. That's kind of what I was doing before I met up with Adal and the gang. But we was pretty good at it. But then there was a really, really big bad one, and it just killed all my friends, and pretty much killed me. But I guess not. So. I kind of washed up on shore and made my way to feed, to try to get more work, and I did. I found Hadal. Hey, big up, Cord.
Sinclair, do you remember what this monster looked like, or could you recognize it?
Oh, I think I could recognize it. Yeah, it was like picture like maybe the biggest whale you've ever seen, plus tentacles. Plus like just all about spookiness, misty fogs going all around, storms, like I don't know if it followed him, but he showed up with a storm pretty bad. Yeah, don't go
Jacob-
south.
Jacob,
somewhere
can I-
south.
Can I roll a nature check to see if I know what that is?
Whale with tentacles?
I'm gonna say, I'm assuming you said yes, but you're muted.
It had
Yes,
teeth. It was teeth. There was tentacles. It was hard to see what was going on because of all the clouds and heavy
13.
wind. Nice.
Knowing what you know, I mean, the biggest thing you've ever heard of is a kraken, but this doesn't. Yeah, I guess with this kind of vague, kind of general description, you might think it might be something closer to that. Krakens to be numerous and also like not really in the water where you guys are, though.
Yeah, I know you're thinking kraken, but it definitely wasn't a kraken. No beak on that bad boy. Teeth, fangs.
Yeah, more like dragon-like features on the face.
There you go.
Whatever that was, Sinclair, it sounds like you were exceedingly lucky to get away.
Yeah.
Such creatures are exceedingly evil.
I imagine, yeah, they really did a fuck up job on me. But actually, I was headed to feed because I was trying to get the insurance policy from. Was Jabal the guy that I was looking for initially? Was he
Yeah.
head of shipping or ships and
Yeah,
stuff? Yeah, I was
exactly.
trying to. So,
And you never met with him?
No. I mean, I waited around for like 4 days in a lobby, but they just didn't. I wasn't gonna just stick around.
This attack on your ship, was it near to Theed, and how long ago?
It was in the stormy seas to the south. Jacob, that's correct. There's like
Yeah.
a store. Yeah. There's like an area to the south that's just like super hurricaney or maelstromy, like that. We was out, just hunting sea monsters that are typical day.
Why would
Typical, that was the whole.
The Wailing Wilds, if you will.
The Wailing Wilds. That's what we call it colloquially.
Wailing Wilds is much better than Stormy Sea.
Yeah. It gives you the more, you kind of know. It's like big whale stuff.
But you were seeking the sea monster?
Yeah, that's how we made our living. We just took out bounties on big boys.
For what?
But
you would take the oil of the bladder or something, or what?
yeah, we tow them back, and they just pay us cash, hard cash for them carcasses. Is what we always said.
Hard cash for those carcasses.
Classic
Rolled off.
Yeah, it is.
sea monster hunter.
Hard
like-
cash for carcass.
Feeling being. It's just as smooth.
But that's why I kind of took such a shine on Ron Abuelo, because I connected. We've both been shipwrecked recently. He slept in. He crashed that first night. We slept in the same bed. We was boys. We were smoking cigarettes all night.
Just all night.
We could see that guy again.
I could understand that you guys were able to bond over, your shared experience, but I feel in the core of my being that Ron Abuelo is a cursed being, doomed to forever result somehow through fate, I cannot say, in the death of his entire crew, no matter who it is, no matter how many times. I think he's best avoided personally.
There's no such thing as curses. That's just spot of bad luck.
What about the spell curse? When you curse.
Yeah, there's curses. There's for sure curses.
I think there's definitely curses, but also I think it's hard to say it's a spot of bad luck when it's happened, I think 4 times that we know of.
We know of
God.
at least.
Oh,
at least
never
4,
mind.
yeah.
He was the sole
Fucking
survivor of his entire crew on at least 4 different occasions.
Sinclair, was he on your boat?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Are you perhaps the?
Are you
Curse?
Ron Abuelo of your
the
ship?
running whale?
That's what I initially was a bit worried about, but I mean, we won't know till our ship sinks,
And
which I don't think is going to happen.
It might have been a bit of a different situation, but at least the Queen Anne, the gambling boat that we were on, almost everybody on board it died, if not for the intervention of Waka Atamu. We would have certainly all died.
Shit, what happened to that guy?
Wow.
He pieced out. He just went through like a portal and disappeared.
Oh, I've read about him. He's a cool motherfucker.
That's cool.
I think he did say peace out too when he left.
He said I'm sure peace was involved.
But Ron was on that boat, and he was not the sole survivor. So
yeah, that's what I just said. Except what I said was, he might have been, if not for the time traveling intervention of Waka Atamu.
Oh right. Yeah. Okay.
Sinclair, was everyone on your old crew also wild folk?
No. We was a bunch of. It was
No.
lot of human. Half elves. It was all kinds. Yeah. I was the only wild folk though.
Are you? Where are you from, mate?
I'm from. It's a bit. It's about southwest of the kingdom. It was a place called Green Gates, right? It was this beautiful green sort of abbey with walls, nice fortifications, and there's a green moss that climbed up, everything. So all the stone was green. It was a nice place. It was just a small community, just peaceful folks, farmers, some philosophers and stuff like that. But the kingdom, they found us. They was expanding, before the war maybe, and they found us and started saying they was our sovereign and, making them bow and taxing them. And then they moved some soldiers in, and the taxes, they kept coming in, and then they like made everybody give up their weapons and all this, and so we got out. And then eventually a bunch of Warforged came in and just mopped it up. Actually, there was a guy. Hey, it was Spoonie, that big badger guy. He talked to a bunch of the soldiers over like a couple days. He used to do these speeches, sort of like a bard type. But he managed to connect with a bunch of the soldiers. So when like this order came down to get rid of all the wildfolk, however they was going to do that, the soldiers wouldn't, which was great. And then that's why the Warforged came in, and then they killed all the soldiers and they killed all the wildfolk that was still around. But we got out like a couple of weeks before that. It didn't get bad for us. Food kind of was running out, but we got out. It was fine. It was bad. It was real bad, but we got out. We got out just the right time though.
Wow.
So that's a bit of why I personally, I could do without the kingdom being around.
I'm so sorry.
This is horrible.
It was horrible. Yeah, it was pretty horrible, but we got out
Overboard.
before it got real bad. So, but yeah, it was a nice place. It was I assumed they was just gonna get taken over for like a outpost, something, like that for the war. But yeah, we just made our way down the river, and just found a new spot.
Have you ever
Less
thought-
people, but no, I never went back.
Is there anything to go back to? What is
I don't know. I would assume they wouldn't outright destroy like a fortified, place like that. But I imagine they just eventually used it for whatever they wanted to use it for. Outpost for the Civil War or something else. It's probably still there, I would think. But that's way back on the mainland.
How long ago did you leave? I mean, that was the war. That was like 20 odd years ago.
So it was. I mean, it was during the war. So whenever that was, I was just a pup. However long we live, I was like 7 in human in your time frame, probably like 7 years.
Oh, you're a wee lad.
Definitely like second grade, third grade, something around there.
The years are different, but grades are the same.
Yeah.
How old are you, and how old does your kind normally live?
I guess I'm about 27. Well, we go by seasons, right? So clearly
27 seasons.
I'm like 100. I'm 108 seasons.
Oh, right. Okay.
Roughly. So I know it's hard translating that to years, but we we could, probably like 280 seasons, something like that. Is like pretty good. You're pretty good with that amount.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's like 70 human years.
So you're like middle aged.
I'm like I'd be like 30 probably in regular people years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Sinclair, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's right awful.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible, and that kind of shit happens to you when you're little. You kind of imprints a lot on you. So like I don't like some, pardon my French, some fucking cunt telling me to kneel just because his dad was somebody important. That's why I really liked what Lona was saying. He gave up all that shit up. He gave up his name and that kind of business. Hell yeah, I'm all about that.
Well, I don't think Lono's as brave as y'all make him out to be. It's his dad that did the hard part. His dad built up something new. He got out to the kingdom and built the whole new Commonwealth. so Lono could just walk away from it.
Sure.
I don't think that's very. Yeah, to be honest, I'm pretty messed up about this whole revelation.
I wouldn't suggest that he's necessarily a hero by any means, but you have to admit that sort of thing would take some bravery.
He's not hero. He killed somebody. I guess that is brave.
But I think we know that he didn't kill him.
Oh, I have my doubts.
All right.
He ran away from a good thing.
Well, now Val,
He chose his own destiny.
he's choosing his own destiny, same as you. Some might argue the same thing for you, being from who your dad is, or what whatever divine right trickles down like that.
Choosing destiny sounds like paradox, no?
I suppose it does.
This is
Unless
kind-
you think you can make your own destiny.
Well, no, you was at the temple with the creepy moon witches. All them different destinies we saw. There were some bad ones. I forget if there was good ones, but there's all.
Mostly
I'm
bad.
pretty focused on the bad ones there. Like,
it was hard to
right,
not look at the
living.
bad ones. I agree, but that's all the different possibilities of where each of our paths could go. You just gotta one day decide. One day, hey, it's gonna be different. I'm going this way. You make that decision. You make that stand or walk away. That's huge. What you did, that was pretty huge. What Lono did, that's huge. Most 99% of the people out there would kill to be, even of the 40th house,
yeah, the thing.
What house were you, Val?
Last I heard, 12th.
In smaller number, better, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, smaller, the higher up, the closer you are to the king is all. That's
The more perceived legitimacy you have.
And where are all the houses? Are they in one row? And is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
well, the houses. I mean, the
It's like a neighborhood.
estates themselves are out in their respective lands, right? But then we all meet. I mean, it's all in Felia, where the king himself is. There's like a fucking long. It's literally a table with 50 seats at it, and whenever we all meet.
Val, wait, wait. Be pleased. We have drink. We are friends. We have bond now in unbreakable.
Sweet.
Are you
Wow.
K? Are you the K? Are you the K? Are you doing this? Are you pulling? She's pulling the string.
Am I? Oh,
That would be fucking insane if my dog's back.
roll an insight. No.
Wait, yeah, okay.
No.
Wait, she
No,
told me.
I'm not orchestrating all of this. I don't have the energy. No, I'm like kind of keyed up about Lono because he's the first royal who's also abdicated his power. But he didn't have to come up around the king's bloody game like I did. He walked away from it. Had to run. It's. I wish I could connect with him, but I'm just.
Too mad?
Well, he's certainly on the run now.
That's true.
Well,
Too
it's
salty
found
though.
him. Yeah, it's found him now. But he wants to be forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I've been hiding too, but the plan was never to hide forever.
What was the plan?
I've been working on some things. I mean, I've got my little like homunculus in my pocket. Like I won't. I'll look
the
around
gold-
and see.
The little gold orb that she had earlier that she used to destroy the security system at
Wait,
Newcraft.
that's the homunculus? That is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought a homunculus was like a little person.
It can be any shape. The one that she makes.
Oh, right. Wait, I do remember. Okay, you control the homunculus.
It's like a drone or something.
Yeah, yeah.
A
I
Sparkianic.
mean, it's the Sparkianic drone for sure.
Of course.
I mean, I've been just sort of keeping my head down, working on gathering information, building up these tools. But the plan, what I really like to do is beat the Crown at their own fucking game. Chart a course through the islands before they can.
That's what I'm about. You picked the right. You got so lucky, or we've all been quite lucky to find this ship. That's what we're doing. Just those
Y'all
humps.
are-
Just got to get over them humps, and then we're there. You know.
You and your ship are the best chance I've had in the whole time I've been here to actually like do this. This guy, can I like look around and see if folks are looking at us?
Muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
To see if anyone is looking at you.
Well, I
Looking at the
don't like
only
it.
non-wild folk people in the bar.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I wonder. I just want to like show them what Zenith does without folks
Zenith.
in the bar noticing us.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a you can either roll a perception check, you can roll a sleight of hand check. You could if some people stand up, you might be able to kind of stealth it with advantage.
So,
Insight seems like it would serve that
What
purpose. See if
insight?
anyone is
Yeah, go
paying
for it.
attention.
Yeah,
What
go
if you
ahead
do
and
it?
do insight.
What if
I'd
you do it
rather-
under the table?
Yeah, wait, Meanwhile, what if you just stand and block the view a little bit?
yeah, I use my enormous mass. And,
Okay.
And I'll
And
do
I
sleight of
spread
hand.
out my
Yeah.
bugbear wings, and I let them unfurl.
You got reach. You've got reach.
First
You could
time
actually
see
like.
my bugbear wings unfurled in all their grace. And beauty.
11.
Oh. Wait, that doesn't help. This
Does
is an
someone wanna-
advantage.
Can someone help? Yeah. Does
I'm
anyone
just,
help?
He gave you advantage.
Okay,
Did you
okay.
roll with advantage?
No, I did. I will now.
Okay.
That's better. That's 15.
All right.
Much
Yeah, 15. I think Miwo kind of, you guys are off in a corner. It's yeah, Miwo kind of stands up, makes himself broad, does a little bit of stretch. Oh, nothing to see over here as you guys are kind of hunkered down, and she kind of pulls this orb out into the center of the table and sits it there, and then you activate it. Can you explain what that looks like?
Yeah. So Zenith is an armillary sphere. So like those it's a perfectly round sphere with like interlocking brass rings. It's like a nautical navigation tool.
oh,
Damn.
damn.
And she like twists it around and it glows and activates. And
Does it have a base or no base?
no base, it's perfectly spherical.
It'll be awkward with that base.
But when it activates, like little little skittery legs, like spidery legs come out, and it like supports itself. And
Interesting.
yeah, this is, I don't blow the RGS out of the water. This is Hawk Special. This one.
Damn it.
It records shorelines. It records topography. It records altitudes. It's gonna make those
Oh shit.
fucking dreidels a thing of the past. And anything it does record, and I'll like twist it around.
Mm-hmm.
It can play right back to you no matter where you are. And it like does a little minor illusion of Kobus, like the outline of Kobus.
Mm-hmm. Tariki Anchorage, you can kind of see where your boat might be parked in that area.
So it's like a hologram projected.
Does it
out of
show
it, so
VR?
It's like R2D2.
Yeah.
Does it have like an indication of where we are?
I could fuss with that. I mean, it's really meant to be a navigational tool. It doesn't quite show you where you are, but it shows where anything is If it's got the
That-
data stored for it, I mean, you could look at anywhere it's recorded or any map too. I could sort of convert it.
Oh wow, that's so much better than these dreidels.
That is very impressive.
Wait, is this a? I haven't heard. Is this a GPS? It is a good place here. I have heard. This is.
That's a really good name for straightforward. I don't mind it.
It is a
Mhm.
good.
So did you
It's a CPS SEA. Sorry.
CPS SEA.
No. It's spelled
SEA.
SEA. A C. CS.
CPS. Yes.
No.
So-
All right, we'll work on it. We'll workshop it.
so did you nick this too, or did you make this one?
Well, this is what I've been working on for the last 6 years here. This is it. This is what I had to get into Newcraft for.
They're gonna be old craft
another
after you bring this out.
What?
They're gonna. I mean that because they are
I don't
called
think she heard you.
Newcraft, and later after if you show them, then people will go, oh, that is old craft, but maybe they can't change name. But people will be like, oh, nickname is old craft now, because it's,
Yeah.
Yeah, when they talk shit about them, because this thing's way better.
yes.
This is incredibly impressive, Val. I think only now realizing how lucky we are to have you on our crew.
Well,
Hmm.
it's
Did she
just-
go up your hierarchy a little bit, huh?
I think
she's now number 2.
It's
maybe?
not really my place to change your rank, but I think
Yeah.
you are promoted to first engineer.
Did you have
Congrats.
another? It seemed like you didn't. There's
No, we had a gal named Sadie for a month or two.
Absolutely awful.
So
yeah,
She-
that engine room was a piece of work. Can I go in?
Yeah, she's the one who ruined the engine that necessitated us hiring you. So I mean, in a way, I guess we all owe her thanks for that.
that you joined our story here. Yes, this is incredible.
Do you have I mean, yeah, navigator, machinist, whatever you need. But this is all like I pocketed. I turned it off and pocketed immediately. Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, it's taken a long time to perfect. But now that you've shown up, your ship's cracking fast. It's like time. It's time. I've been just keeping my head down. I suppose I lost some of my nerve, but now that you're here, it feels like time to move. You know, time to.
How long ago was it that you left? That you ran off? Was it 6 years ago? Have you been working on this before you took off, or?
No, that's just been while I was here. I've been in Cobus now for 6 years, and then
Okay. Right, because
Little.
of Newcraft. Right.
a
Yeah.
bit before that with the RGS. It hasn't been. I mean, it's been a long, and not that long.
Speaking of time to move, maybe there are a few more things that we could get done tonight. I think if someone wanted to go looking for Boots PI, I think that Sinclair and I, although I don't know that we're both needed to do it, wanted to sign up for the Golden Run, or at least find out, if we could work as a team.
Does the
I
Golden
wouldn't call
Run?
it cheating, but yes.
Does the Golden Run is it strictly racing, or is there also like a running of the bulls component where there's your racers on dinos and then there's people running away from the dinos?
It usually happens. No.
Yeah.
yeah, that's just no, there are side adventures happening all throughout this festival. There are different types of dinosaur based games that happen. The run is the most important, but there are kind of an opening ceremony of running with the dinosaurs, parades. There's long-necked dinosaurs that throw people out certain distances over the bay, and they try to Red Bull, kind of like those Red Bull events where they drive off and they try to float. Yeah, they fling people up, and people try to see if they can cross the bay. There's word of dinosaur fights in certain areas.
Is there dino wrestling where you oil them all up and then you gotta just
Yeah. Yeah, catch the dino. Yeah,
Catch
like
the
that.
Tug of war against
Yeah,
a
a little
a
mud
dino.
wrestling. Oh yeah, tug of war. Yeah, all sorts of like carnival games and stuff too. Yeah, think of it like the state fair.
A lot of
is
things, and there's betting too. You can bet on this stuff, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Is
lots
there-
of money.
Is there anything else that anybody would like to try to accomplish tonight?
Well, we got a little drunk. We talked some shit.
That's a win.
We got dinos. We got Boots PI. I feel like we're missing something.
Did you want
Did
to
you-
call the
did-
queen? You want to call the queen now that
That's
we're
right. That's right.
Demon.
That's right. Yeah. I pull out my little journal. I wrote it down so I'd have the right amount of number or letters or words. Wow. Here we go, here we go.
Call
All
the
right.
queen. Call the queen. Is it like 1 a.m. now?
yeah. It's definitely a lot later now. So yeah, kind of drunk, but I'm like,
I'll say it's midnight.
I'm like slapping my face a little bit. I'm like, all right. And I guess I put the bead in my ear, I guess, and like push it in there real deep.
What the hell? Is that how it works? It's
No,
like
it's either there or in the nose. Grace. Murderers were crew of Crimson Tide. Political scheme. All crew killed. Hired by figure called K. Suspect kingdom. Oh, suspect kingdom treachery. Suspect Karoff. My location, Kobus. And that's 25 words.
Nicely
Yeah.
done.
You wanna type that up into the chat?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually got it right here on my phone. So
I'm not counting. I just want to have the full message.
had I given myself a couple more words, I could have apologized for it being late and drunk. Okay, how do I copy and paste this? Give me just a minute. There we go. Boom, sent. All right.
Thank you.
what happened? You didn't even catch it.
And there should be a question mark after Karoth, like maybe Karoth.
You get a message back. Thank you for the updates. You've given me lots to think about. I can meet you in Kobus. Maybe we should meet privately.
So I could kill you. I mean,
Send word for my ship, the Peregrine Nimbus.
Nimbus.
That's a cool name for a ship.
Her airship?
I guess so. Yeah.
Is it a peregrine?
Do you have a way to send something else to her? I thought you just had that one chance.
That was a one use. Yeah. No, I'm supposed to find the Peregrine Crimbus.
Nimbus, dude.
Hey!
I'm supposed to find them. You know.
What the fuck? The peregrine Crimbus is like some type of holiday time lore, folklore. It's like a kid, a thing that eats kids.
You don't put a candy cane
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
door, he comes and takes your
A
children.
Crimbus is here! Oh no!
Was she up? What'd she say?
Oh yeah. I tell them everything she said. She wants to meet in private, and I'm supposed to look out for her airship, the Nimbus, the Peregrine Nimbus. So she's on her way here, I guess. So yeah, maybe she's coming in for that fancy party. or she's K or whatever, you know. The other one.
Surely she doesn't mean in private, like just the two of you alone. A queen wouldn't ever.
We did meet somewhat in private the time we meant to meet. It was her. She had a bunch of guards around, but she sent them away, and it was just me and her and her head guard guy, Karoth. Big tabaxi guy, real scary looking guy.
Well, do you want backup?
I mean, probably. I think it would be okay to like bring people with me that would like be nearby or wait outside or wherever they would. I mean, she's a queen. She's got like 5 doors you got to get through to get to her, you know.
Probably.
But I mean, I can vouch, you know, but that's about it. It's a queen. But, you know, she didn't seem like kingdom shit royalty, you know. She actually seemed like impressive when we were saving everybody. When the ship went down, she was like taking charge and like helping out. You know, she seemed like some kind of like a real noble type person to me. I got that vibe at least. That's why I'm like actually, you know, into this kind of, you know, side hustle service kind of thing. This queen lady, even though I don't really like royalty, just as a rule. But I'm drunk and I'm just kind of rambling at this point.
Yeah, she seemed like a proper leader.
Could be, yeah.
Well, is there like an airship port?
Mm-hmm.
You're muted.
The air dock.
Thank you. Yeah, there is an air dock. It's on the kind of the mountains on the far side of town. Let me look at the map real quick. Yeah, it would. There's not a good number on here for it. We'll say kind of if you're looking at the map on the merchant ward next to the on the other side of the Shoshenstar River, we'll say that there's an airport on the other side of that, kind of right off town, and they're kind of ferried in, kind of near where the lighthouse was, where you guys were the other day, or I guess earlier this night.
And is that nearby where the party's supposed to be, or is the party in Cobus?
The party is not in Cobus proper. Did I say the name of the area that it's called last time we played? I'll have to look into that.
The name of what's called?
What's that?
Of where the Lord's Dance is?
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay. I have a name for it. I just don't have it on me right in a second.
In that packet of information that Jerkoff brought to our ship, you said that there was a lot of information, and we didn't take the time to be like, "Hey, DM, what's all the information in it?" But I would assume that was in there, and that if
directions on how to get there and everything. Yeah, I'll give you the name. You know how to get there. It's not important, you know. Tonight.
Yeah, that's tomorrow stuff.
Remember?
That's tomorrow stuff.
Yes.
Well, so between the two of us, Sinclair, I think that if you want to sign up for the Golden Run, you should be the one to do it, because if it turns out that we cannot participate as a team, you know, you might still want to sign up solo.
Okay.
I suppose I could go try to maybe inquire in some sort of seedy location about the irregulars or some such.
I meant to ask Henry about those guys too, I think. But I don't think I want to go talk to them again.
Is he still sitting there like...
It's just like you see him kind of grabbing his coat and just kind of like kind of wave at the door, and his friends are like, "Oh, Henry, see you later."
And he's just weeping.
Oh my god.
Just need some fresh air.
About to go chain smoke.
Hmm.
Well,
Well, if you're looking to sign up for the races, I don't know if anyone in this bar has got papers, but I know somewhere there might be.
where there might be somebody to sign up with.
Yeah, some bookies, some folks that are taking bets and names. This is tradition. This is pure Cobus tradition. Now, this is the
Right.
night before the sign up. Everybody gets wasted and signs up for the race. Y'all are doing it right. This is moving beyond tourists. This is you are full island life now.
Sweet, sweet.
Sweet indeed.
Welcome to paradise. Let's get this need for speed satisfied.
So, I guess let's be about our business. Miwo, I don't know if you've got anything that you want to take care of, but we could rendezvous back at the ship and hopefully try to get a good night's rest. I'm going to try to be back there in a couple hours max.
Did y'all get paid? Did they get paid?
Yeah, I think everybody got paid.
How much?
How much were we giving out to everyone? I thought it was.
It's a good question. We'd have to probably.
I wrote it down, thankfully. 1,200 each.
Wow. And then
Bam.
what? Is there like a little store in town, a magic store?
Indeed.
It's midnight.
It's open late. Cannon, you said it earlier.
Busiest night. It's the craziest
Oh,
I
night.
have it.
that's
I have it
nice.
written down.
Yeah, no.
You have the hours of every shop written down.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, night
it's the
before
week
the
of the
run. Yeah,
races.
it's open. Sure.
Well, and if we are going to this party, it's pretty glamorous. So I don't know if you've got different digs. If we are showing up as our right selves, not disguising or.
Would a prisoner be dressed up?
I don't
Maybe
know.
to be incognito for the exchange, maybe?
Well, remember, we're not trying to bring anyone to the first night of the ball thing. It's a multi-night event. The first night, we were just trying to go and sort of get information, ascertain who our contact will be, and scope things out a bit.
So, yeah, I don't know. But if you are just going as yourself for that first night, you got something a little nicer.
I got some. Well, yeah, these got some holes. I got holes in all my stuff. I haven't had a lot. I haven't had a lot of gold in a while, and I can afford some stuff. Yeah, I can get some a new shirt and like new pants.
Yeah, man, treat yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're gonna be mating with a queen.
maybe a belt, huh? Look at that.
Oh, now you're talking. Dream big.
Maybe a fancy cloak.
Well, Lono's got my cloak, but yeah, it's not fancy.
A wee little hat. A wee little
Could get a
feather.
hat.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's do it then.
Get fancy clothes at midnight.
Well, maybe tomorrow, but
Maybe tomorrow.
So
Who's going where?
I'm gonna go try to dig up some information on the irregulars.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to these bears here. They look very friendly.
Bears in the bar.
Bears in the bar.
Bears
See if
and
you can fit in.
There's and
All right,
others.
so we'll rendezvous back at the Rising Sun. Good
Sure.
luck.
Right. Cool. All right. Later.
Take care.
Like,
Pay your tab.
Pays you
Val,
go.
when you go outside as you guys are kind of splitting up, you guys pay your tabs, you head out. Val, you see on.
Oh, I thought I was.
Nauti-
I thought me and Val were together. Were
Oh,
we
yeah.
splitting up, Val,
No,
or were we
Yeah,
together?
If we're
I
going
was-
somewhere to sign up.
I was doing something else, so you guys are gonna have to tell me where you guys are going, because I was doing something else.
You
over here.
do yours. Do yours.
Yeah, no, I was just doing a quick little thing. On Naughty, you
Okay,
see
cool,
a
cool, cool.
seagull standing on his head.
What the hell?
Mm.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And
Messenger?
yeah, there's a little piece of paper crumpled up under its feet, and it flies away, and the little paper just kind of floats down to the ground.
This is a serious thing.
Oh,
It's not a
pick
shop.
it up.
The
Then
problem-
open it up.
Seagulls?
It just says a few words on it. It's a small message in script. It says Pearl Coast coffee breakfast.
Does it say who it's for?
Yeah.
It's just signed 2 letters, JP.
Yeah. I'll pocket the letter.
Was JP the guy at Newcraft that knew you?
No, that was Professor Lichtenstein?
Lindenberg.
Lindenberg.
Like Hindenburg, but Lindenberg.
Lingonberry.
Dingleberry. Okay, so who's going where? Who's going first?
Me and Val are together. Whatever's going on, we're signing up for dino races
All right.
whenever.
Yeah, you take them down to the you guys go on down to probably area number 6 on the map. You walk back through the entrance to Cobus proper. Old Cities kind of sits right on the outside edge of it. You guys walk through, tons of people having drinks. Markets open late, and as you guys get down to area number 6 on the map near the harbor ward, you see kind of a lot of people down there drinking. A lot of you see kind of people like squaring off and getting into kind of like street fisticuffs, kind of grappling each other a little bit. Oh, and people around, yeah. You know, it's a little rougher side of town down here. And you get to kind of this like, I would say this 2-foot stage with a bunch of people kind of standing up. It doesn't look like they're presenting anything, but behind them is like a big chalkboard, and people are writing different names in different heats, it looks like, for different dinosaurs. And people are kind of like signing like registration papers there and everything. Next in line, and people kind of come up and are signing up. I'm gonna race dinosaurs tomorrow. And you know, some people are obviously drunk, and they're moving the completely shit-faced people out of the way, but they're still taking kind of serious offers, like, you know, my uncle got a triceratops on the farm, and I'm going to race him. And they kind of put him into like lower heats. There seems to be a bunch of different races happening throughout the days, and you guys kind of find the area where you can sign up for dinosaur races.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna try to find just like a regular guy that doesn't seem too drunk, and and ask him if anybody's ever polymorphed into a dinosaur in the race. Hey, you ever heard of anybody using polymorph on this race?
Polymorph. It was polymorph.
Never
It's like a spell that'll let you turn. You could turn like a squirrel into a horse, or like your buddy into a dinosaur.
Magics. Yeah. Oh, they use all sorts of magics in the race. Yeah. You all right.
Cool. Okay. All right. Hey, thanks, man.
Hey, no problem.
Sweet.
What about the different heats?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go over to the board, like the whiteboard, and ask whoever is writing the names on there. Like,
There's you get information about the races. There are a couple of two-legged races that happen every day. Oh, got a train. Can you guys hear me all right?
What?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I'll take it. I was like, damn it. There's the races usually start off with the slower races or the two-legged races. They're a little sleeker, a little faster. People are riding two-legged dinosaurs. It looks to be individuals just on a single dinosaur. There's larger four-legged races that happen kind of in the middle of the day. And those are going to be your Triceratops, your Stegosaurus, everything like that. And then there's the winner of those can enter in, if they want, into the free-for-all race, which is two-legged and four-legged and size kind of unlimited race.
Is the size limited in the normal two-legged race?
Sorry, the size is still limited in a way that a normal two-legged race, they don't allow sizes. It's a limited size in the two-legged race. Tyrannosaurus Rex is a rare dinosaur to see on this island. Nobody's running around with full-grown T-Rexes out here.
But could they in that heat?
They could if you. It'd be like trying to tame a grizzly bear or an owl bear. You know, it's like
Imagine that.
when they get, you might see young T-Rex. Absolutely, there's probably one or two young T-Rex every year that come to race in Cobus. They more have to, they are allowed inside that two-legged race. The only thing that's not allowed are kind of brontosaurus, long neck, giant, kind of the ones you see working in the docks and everything. Those aren't allowed. So I guess I would say it's probably more medium-sized dinosaurs are allowed. You know what I mean?
It's racing through the city streets, so like a lot of them are probably couldn't handle like a full-grown T-Rex running through it. You know?
Yeah.
Is that the route of the race is like along the wall?
Yeah, if you look at the map on
Lots of
what are you guys looking on the map at?
Market Ward, it kind of catches my eye immediately.
Okay. The races start in the old city, and that arc that you went through, that is both the starting line and the finish line. Okay.
Right.
If you're looking at 28, that's the starting line.
Oh, man.
You go up, you cut towards that first part of the merchant ward, and you take a left right there, and you run on the outside wall of the city around, and then you go up and across the bridge of the harbor ward, where 2 is, where the big dock is. Now that chain that's going across, imagine that's a drawbridge. That's the only change I would make to this map. And then you cut in, and you immediately take a right and come down towards 20 and cut around that corner and back towards the and kind of a free-for-all in that area of any way that you want to take around. After you get past the roundabout on 20, you can kind of cut through buildings and around different sides, and you can cut back down to 28 at the starting and finishing line.
Dude, this looks so sweet.
Yo, this is gonna be sick. We gotta do it. We doing it.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
there's 3 different like race categories through the day. There's the 2-legged, 4-legged, a free-for-all.
Every day.
Can we all do it? I want to do it too now.
How I'm gonna do the race is in between you guys are gonna have your group during the initiative of this race. Everyone else will be the opposing racers.
Wait, I want to race against these guys too. I don't want to be on their team.
Well, if you're
No,
gonna
you're not.
No.
You are gonna be like the NPC racers. You guys are all gonna race.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think he means that Miwo actually wants to race himself.
Oh.
No, not
Well,
like
then-
I don't want to be
Just
a dinosaur.
Running.
People ride the dinosaurs.
I don't want anyone to ride me. I want to ride the dinosaur.
People ride the dinosaurs.
I see you riding a Triceratops for sure.
Try again.
Big
Yeah.
boy.
So the 4-legged races, how big can the crew be on a 4-legged dinosaur?
Yeah, during that, you can have a crew of 3.
Okay. Of up to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or it must be 3.
Must be 3. No, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't have to be 3. No, if you can manage a Triceratops on your own, that's the thing. One of the factors in the race is that there is a role for animal handling on each leg to make sure that you can navigate and keep your dinosaur.
Oh, I know, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I know about those animal handling checks.
Yeah.
Unless it's not really a dinosaur.
True.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. That would definitely give you advantage. Now,
if the big like dinosaur team races are on a different day, then I could potentially be the big dinosaur for the team one as well.
Up to 3.
2 entries.
Oh.
Well, I assume that I would assume that the same racer could participate in different heats.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess maybe not if it's all gonna culminate in the same like final heat.
Mm-hmm.
Is this happens every day? There's like 2-legged races, 4-legged races, free for all.
Yeah, and then
Or
at
is it
the
like-
end, there is a final race, the Golden Run, where the winners of all the heats get together and try to race.
Wait,
Now you can enter in multiple days. If you don't win that first day, you can go on the second day. But you're going to be pretty banged up. Yeah. It gets harder and harder to push a dinosaur that much.
Have you been waiting so long for this, Hudson? Like,
Yeah, dude, I've been excited about this since I heard about it. Since he was like, "Hey, check out this Dinotopia book?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, yeah, dude." But so like, okay, so you could polymorph into a T-Rex, which means to me that you could polymorph into a Triceratops.
I cannot polymorph into a T-Rex. It's one challenge rating too high. But
Right.
According to the really gigantic expanded bestiary that I think I sent y'all, there's other things that are nearly equivalent in size but slightly faster than the T-Rex that I was planning on turning into, like the Albertosaurus that I sent.
Alberto.
Sure, yeah.
Alberto.
Wait, is this you're saying this is like a Spanish? Alberto Torres.
It's Alberto.
Alberto, hey.
No, it's just smaller than a T-Rex.
Don't they all look like
Slightly.
T-Rexes though, guys?
It's like a 70%
I
T-Rex.
have to think like a Velociraptor looks a little bit
No,
like a T-Rex. Not in any way.
no.
The shape's pretty similar.
Go pull them up. Pull them up. The Velociraptor.
Dinosaur blind. They all look the same. They're all T-Rexes.
Taurus, different from a Triceratops. Different from. Yeah, look.
You don't see
he's
any
got long-
similarities in
He's got
the shape?
He's got long ass arms.
Long ass arms.
Compared to the T-Rex, dude.
Oh, everything compared to T-Rex.
They're quite similar.
Except
shape.
maybe an Albertosaurus.
I don't think I fully understand the heat system, but that's okay. Just sign us up for like a 2-legged thing.
A 2-legged one, but that's just one racer. So it's you as the dinosaur, Sinclair riding you.
Mhm.
Riding you.
We'll start there. And then
How many
maybe also
polymorphs
do
you got a day?
One.
Yeah, can you?
Just
You
the
gonna
one.
race all of we race on him?
That's what I was saying. If it was different days, then I could be multiple people's dinosaurs, but I don't
But
think I
wait,
can.
do we? I'm sorry, but do we think that you would have such a fair advantage because you're smarter than these guys? And you
No,
like,
you would have an advantage because you wouldn't have to roll animal handling checks.
oh yeah, I'd be like,
I would just be able to fucking go, and you could
Your
focus
whole deal
fucking,
goes.
fucking attacking other
Like,
riders.
and he'd be like, oh, pardon me. Oh, if I couldn't just pass through here. Oh, thank you. Like that.
It'd be like that. Yeah.
Okay. And then the dinosaurs be like, oh, all right, yeah. He's a very polite cunt. Right?
Mhm.
Is it allowed to roughhouse the other riders? Are we allowed to like fuck with the other teams?
Yes, in certain areas there is roughhousing is expected. In certain areas it's not. You can't. So there are kind of like referees to this thing. They are mostly kind of hanging out in the center of like the merchant ward and the market ward, but over the bridge and kind of near the finish line when people are getting desperate, They seem to really relax the rules right there. They try to keep it as fair as they can in the areas that they can control, but towards the end, it's no holds bar.
Do we have an idea as to the pot size for the winner of the Golden Run?
The is about 75,000 gold.
So
That's a lot.
winner of the whole everything.
Mm-hmm.
Grand prize. Hey Val, hey, would you happen to have access to like some sort of slick, oily substance, or maybe we like dump out in like a tunnel or something, and then everybody behind us runs into it and slips around?
Oh, you dear sweet little thing.
You know anything about
Yeah.
that?
I might know a thing or two about some grease and oils. Yeah. And that's not all.
Neat.
Yeah, are like
Think about that.
spectators allowed to fuck with the race as well, or is that super?
They are not. So that's kind of security is mostly holding down, keeping people safe on the sidelines, but also ensuring that nobody fucks with the race. It is a heavily bet on event, and any sort of foul play is scrutinized. Now, foul play in between riders is, just kind of expected. But if there's outside help, that's kind of watched more. But you also know. Go ahead and actually roll a history check.
Hey, that is 16 plus 7.
There you go.
16 plus 7, yeah. Just being around too, you've heard things, especially at Tariki Anchorage, of people kind of souping up their dinosaurs with different
PEDs.
different substances.
Up the rectum.
Blow through a straw.
I mean, I couldn't help out if I'm not in the race myself, but before it starts, I could maybe whip something up.
What?
Yeah.
Juice up it all. Just get him like.
I have
If we could
enhanced
find like a potion of haste, or I could make him really big for an hour, or like if I could set
I
you
have
guys
one-
up with, I could send Zenith with you.
Oh
Maybe?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
as
have
long as
very
he's
spicy stew from my my grandmama. She made me recipe when I was young, and I could give him extra. I don't know, some type of. I guess it would be Dex. Would Dex help your speed?
Not really, but
What? How
something would
like-
be helpful.
how to help your speed? I guess you want Dex.
It'll help him make turns, probably.
Maybe.
Can you Can you,
if we did the team race though, then all of us could be there, sort of in the
I
thick
like-
of it.
I like the idea of the team race because then it could be Adal's the dino, and then we're all just riding on top of him, fucking about with the other guys. I think that'd
Can
be
we
cool.
only,
I think that'd
can
be
we
fun.
only do one of those?
I suppose we could do.
You can do whatever you want.
If you win a heat on the first day, are you then just set for the last race?
No, there's probably going to be so many winners that they're going to try to cut it down, probably to like, I would imagine maybe top. I think of it almost as like a 100-meter dash. Or 100-yard dash. How many people are in that?
Oh, I've at least 6, right? 6 or 7.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
oh, and
Seems like a lot of lanes, a lot of people.
Yeah, something like that. So it probably cut it down to like top 8.
And it's if you win the 2-person or the 4-person, then you go into the free for all. You can't go straight into the free for all.
You can't go straight into the free for all. No. So the free
But there
for all.
is-
So if you win one of the 2 races that day, you have to race, or one of the. There's 3 races every day. All right. If you win one of those, you go into the free for all. There's multiple races in each category. Man, I'm not explaining this well.
yeah,
I'm
hang
sorry.
on.
Yeah,
Then there'll
imagine
be
there's
2
like
people in the free for all.
yeah, then there's only 2 people in the race. There's a few races of each one each day. Let's say there's 4 individual, 4 mid-size. The winners of those 8 races go into the free-for-all race. Okay, the winner of that free-for-all race, and
Goes to
I'll
the
say even
final
second. I'll even say second place. That way, every day there's enough to have 8 people at the end. Make sense?
So
Or
is
does
it
that make
one
sense?
race per day, or would it be like 2 races on the first day?
There's one mixed, one free-for-all race a day. The total of nine races a day. There's your 4 2-legged races and 4 4-legged races. Then there's one kind of finale race. The top 2 in that move on to the finale at the end of the Golden Run.
Okay.
You have
So
to
to
race twice
win-
in one day.
So to win the whole thing, we'd have to win 2 races one day and then the final race.
Yes.
So we gotta find us a scroll of polymorph. So our pal had that, unless we just get lucky and we end up in the last heat, win it, and then end up immediately going into the free for all. Because polymorphs are like, how long's polymorph? Like, magic lady. Like, is it an hour? I think it's an hour.
Probably only
So-
an hour.
So, like, if me and Sinclair entered for the 2-legged race, we would have to race multiple times in one day.
You have to race twice in one day. If you won
Why
won
would-
your 4-legged race or your 2-legged race, you would be moved into the free for all race at the end of that day.
You say if you want or if you won?
No,
If
no,
you win.
won. WON. Sorry.
One.
If you win, then you would go like the next round of the same 2-legged race that happened.
You go to the free for all.
Go to the free for all. There's 4 2-legged races and there's 4 4-legged races. The winner of each of those goes into the free for all, where the top 2 move on to the last day.
Which the last day is a free for all
Yeah, last day is a
Only.
free
for
for
the
all.
golden run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it.
So you can only cast polymorph once a day,
Yes.
and you can't wild shape into a dinosaur.
No.
But you have that ring, the spell recovery, whatever, right?
I do.
You bought a you bought it. I remember you bought it because I wanted it.
Oh,
spell storing, I guess.
Yeah, right?
That's the move right there.
Or I could make you one if you don't have one.
That sounds necessary. I could even wear it. He just puts it on the
Or-
and then whoever.
Any of
Anybody
us
can
could
use
have
it.
a little extra spell.
Like maybe you do have to be a
Or
wizard.
Ring of Recall. Is that what that is?
I remember it being like like you get an extra spell slot. That seems.
Specifically, it says after having failed a casting of a spell.
Oh.
Is this something I bought at the magic shop?
Must be.
I'll take you to the magic shop.
Well, I as one of my infusions can make us a ring that like is an extra spell slot.
Then with that, yeah, I could do it.
Can it be 4th level spell slot?
I don't know if it has a restriction.
You're level 7, surely.
Well, not
I just
open.
Oh,
put the
you're level
note- I just put
6,
the note
so-
in there.
Polymorph just lasts an hour.
Hour. That's what I thought. But I mean, we found a seeming potion. We can probably find a scroll or something like that. Because we're definitely going to need it.
And who knows what's in that captain's chest?
That's true. Or yeah, that bug out stash could have some polymorph scrolls in it.
Or
We
some
still
extra
have that.
spells. Yeah.
I can also cast Expeditious Retreat on you, Colin, which would let you bonus action dash
But if he can't be
as a dino.
So what is it? What was it again?
What was what?
Polymorph.
What about it? 1 hour.
So yeah, how are you gonna do it?
That's in time.
I don't think the race is more than an hour. Oh, but in it, if you is polymorph like if you get hurt, you turn back into yourself.
Well, it's concentration.
Well, yeah, it's concentration, but also you have your hit points before you would turn back.
It's concentration though. If you get hit
Mhm.
badly,
Mhm.
You roll.
have
So
no
if-
dinosaur.
If Hadal gets hit with hurt with the dino AC, he'd have to make con saves, I guess, with the dino con, unless you're B shaping. then you could use your stats or whatever. But the Dino Con's probably great. I don't know.
You use your polymorphed stats to maintain con?
I think
I
so.
think so. I think.
Oh, there we go.
Like you keep your mind stats for the most part. Unless I'm thinking something else. There's a lot of rules.
What if
Yeah.
What if you polymorph Sinclair or whoever races a normal dinosaur first, and we just hope that he wins in a big open heat, and then you polymorph into looking like that dinosaur.
I mean, if I can use one of Val's infusions, and we can just do it that way.
Oh, sure. That.
You got to ride the same dinosaur, Jacob? Are they going to be like, hey, that's a different dino?
Yeah, you have to register your dino
Sure.
and your rider.
I don't want to split hairs, but like the free for all thing, it seems like big old four-legged dinosaurs like brachiosauruses and shit would not be very fast.
But they cover
Brachiosauruses, no, but they take up more room. They're stronger. They have bigger teams.
Yeah, there's more the team could do to the small dinos.
If a smaller one gets ahead, yeah, it's going to be a lot harder. But
it seems like they would get ahead like immediately.
Maybe.
I thought there weren't like big brachiosaurus. Brachiosaurus is like a long neck, right?
Yeah, so Brachiosaurus are not allowed in. So that's the size limit. I did not explain that well.
I thought you could have the really big ones in
No, yeah, I apologize. I meant that in that one there's no size limit. I meant no leg limit, I guess, is what I probably meant. I was trying to think of it and explain it well, and I did not do either of those well. Yeah, Brachiosaurus, full-grown T-Rex, not allowed in. As big as it gets is probably like Stegosaurus in these races or something like that, you know?
Well, so what about this thing that I put in the chat?
Also, let me find the chat real quick, sorry.
It's approximately, it's a little over 4 meters tall.
A Stego you'd get some good cover on those plated armor.
It's so slow though.
You don't know. You don't know. Maybe it's super fast.
If you're really curious, like look up this thing.
Yeah, you would definitely be one of the rarer dinosaurs in there. A predator, that big of a predator. The thing about the two-legged dinosaurs is they are much more uncontrollable than a docile four-legged. So you have more maneuverability. The other ones, you have to make these animal handling checks as you go. And a two-legged it's faster, but it has a higher chance of going wild and not obeying your commands. Whereas like those steady triceratops, those workhorses are just going to keep plowing along, not much is going to phase them. Yeah, normally somebody trying to go out and get a large predator like the Albertosaurus would need a really docile one because they have a high chance of flipping out. But if you had the secret sauce to that, then go ahead. If you can turn into it.
Yeah, it'll just depend on whether we can find a potion or a scroll or something like that tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Or is that common?
That's no fucking clue. I wouldn't think so.
Well,
it costs about 300 gold pieces to sign up.
For one?
For one.
Oh, let's sign up for the crew. Let's do the big one.
How much
and just see how far we get.
Okay,
so
let's say
300
for the two-legged, 500 for four-legged, because it's a bigger crew, bigger price to entry.
So instead of me and Sinclair doing a team in the two-legged, we just all do the four-legged one.
But you're still the dinosaur.
Yes.
And see how far, if we get to the free-for-all.
Yeah, why not?
Then we'll figure it out from there. We could probably make some good money just from doing one of them if we place some good bets.
That's right. Yeah. I think we're just gonna win though, so I would bet on myself. Sorry, how much was the 4-person or the 3-person one dino race?
500.
500. Okay. I have 460 gold. Val, you just got paid, right?
I just got paid. I've got a cool 1,200 burning a hole in my pocket.
Well,
You'll better pay me back. I'll put it up front, and then you can pay back your share.
Sounds good. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna
Okay.
just start counting out coins.
One.
I'll put up the 500. I'll go sign us up for.
What's your name?
Oh, Marlo. Marlo Finch.
Marlo. All right. Marlo Finch. Four-legged or two-legged?
Four-legged.
Four-legged. Other names of the members of your team?
We've got.
Sinclair, St. Elmo, down here. I'm down here.
St. Elmo. Hello.
And then we got Miwo. I don't know if he's got more names than
All
just
right,
that, but he's a bugbear.
All right, and your dinosaur's name?
Oh,
Daisy.
Daisy.
I think of like you look at the list and it's a lot of
Like horse name.
yeah, like horse names. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like
no, but if we do
it,
a shitty weak name, you know, the odds will go up for us. The betting odds, you know, because nobody's gonna bet on,
an underdog.
you know, like
Bingo ate my baby. Bingo ate my baby.
Our dinosaur.
That's a
Classic.
horse names are
yeah.
always fucking things like that. Like
This one, yeah.
Tuxedo
This is
of Pharaoh.
Some sort of inside joke by the owner.
Yeah. Tuxedo Pharaoh actually is with that.
Goblins ate my
well,
baby.
hey, what about Peregrine? Hang on,
Falcon.
it's coming. No, what was it? I
Nimbus.
wrote it down somewhere. Nimbus.
I like
Peregrine.
Goblins Ate My Baby.
What's it? What is it?
That's what Roxana said. I like it.
What
Kobolds
is
ate
it?
my baby.
Come
No, I
on,
think
baby,
Goblins,
baby.
right?
Goblins ate my baby.
Yeah, I can just hear it. All right, we got Tuxedo Pharaoh. Goblins ate my baby.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
right. The
Yeah,
name
our
of
dino
the
is-
dinosaur, Goblins Ate My
Goblins
Baby.
ate my baby.
The goblins ate your baby.
All right, and a type of dinosaur that it is.
Right. I'm not sure
You
what
know,
I'm not sure what kind of dinosaur it is. If I'm being honest, it's got 4 legs though. It's like the team race. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah,
What it's called.
we need to know what kind of dinosaur it's going to be.
It's gonna take me a minute.
Colin's got a.
it's the best and fastest, that's for sure. It's got all 4 legs on the ground,
Mhm.
and it's really cool colors.
Gold tail.
If you don't want to decide now, you don't have to decide now. All right.
Take me a minute.
What is it? What is X tail?
There's going to be the race starts. You're going to be in heat 3. The race starts at 10:30 in the morning.
Tomorrow.
All right.
X
Tomorrow.
No, wait, no. Tomorrow is before the race,
Oh, sorry.
right?
Yeah. Sorry.
What is the Lord's Dance?
Tomorrow's the
That
last
starts
day
tomorrow.
before the race.
The Lord's Dance is tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow and goes through the days of the race. Yeah.
When is our big handoff?
Whenever we go, I
Hey.
think.
At some point.
All right. Day 1 of the race in 2 days at 10:30. You guys are going to be started in heat 3.
Okay.
All right.
What time usually is the last race? Just in case we like win and make it and have to be back. What time would that be? Would that be like?
We usually keep that
Shortly
for around
after.
7 o'clock. Is the mixed race?
Right. Okay. Okay.
Sunset.
Thank you.
All right. You need to arrive at 9:30 to have your dino inspected. No,
Inspected
sorry,
for-
no. You have the 10:30 race. You need to arrive at 10. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay.
And then when's the race start?
10:30.
10:30.
God damn it. There's no way that we can do it this way.
What do you-
well, the race itself probably goes quickly. Like maybe it is just half an hour of
But then
We have,
actual
we have to
race.
be there at 9:30 and the race starts at 10:30?
No, we have to
no.
be there
You
at
have
10.
to be there at 10, and the race starts at 10:30.
So you'd still have a half hour of polymorph
How
Mhm.
long does the race last?
as fast as we go.
Minutes, man.
Okay.
4
Very
minutes,
safe.
5 minutes.
It's not hundreds of miles. It's like, what is the distance?
Oh.
Or are they called Cobus meters? And it's like actually.
Yeah, Cobus. Yeah.
Did
Cobus
we gather that like it is not cheating to polymorph? Like it is.
People use magic in the race is what you've got.
One guy
Yeah.
in the crowd that we asked said, yeah.
It would just be really lame if we paid 500 gold and then get disqualified when I'm discovered.
Let's
Yeah,
clarify
maybe.
now with the one that we're signing up with here.
I think if you were to if you're polymorphing, are you wild shaping?
I'm polymorphing. I cannot wild shape into a large dinosaur.
Okay. Well, you'll have to figure it out.
Can y'all figure it
Well,
out?
I'll ask now the guy that we're signing up with, like, just a quick clarification. These must be real organic dinosaurs.
Yes, absolutely. We don't accept any sort of tomfoolery in the races unless you pay, double the fee.
Well, double seems
Any-
a bit
any-
steep. I know there's been some.
And he sucks his lip a
Other-
little bit. Devil. Mhm.
Surely not
If you're
double,
looking
friend.
for any sort of shenanigans down in Tariki Anchorage, they sell supplements out here.
Well, I'm sure they do. You wouldn't know anything about that, though.
I wouldn't know.
Me
Can I-
either.
I'm gonna put down the double, whatever it was, so another 500 gold.
You're
Excellent.
not. Are you?
Right, we'll make it an expedited inspection. Thank you for your expedited inspection fee. You only need to be there at 10:15. You'll be the last one inspected.
How many of these expedited inspections do y'all normally do around here? I'm a newcomer myself, sweet.
Sweet, many.
Excellent. Interesting.
Just make
Okay.
sure that your dinosaur is prepared for any sort of probing.
I'm sure. No, that's not going to be any kind of problem. Average
Yeah, he
big a
likes
time
it
as you
even.
want.
Won't be
Yeah.
a problem. You know?
Registered clean is all we care about.
Goblins ain't my baby. That's a
Oh, Lord.
name. That's a name you'll remember. That's a guarantee.
I'll be sure to bet a gold on it.
Okay.
Hold
So
of the extra
I'm
500.
kidding. The rules negate me from.
of course.
Exactly.
But bribes are okay. Bribes
That would be improper.
Expedited inspection fees are okay. Yes.
Would we be able to maybe waive a part of the expedited inspection fee if you did get a cut from the winnings, which I'm sure there will be?
No.
Is there also
Let me try for that.
is there an inspection for the free for all and for the last race, the Golden Run race?
That's racist fucker.
Just a light inspection, a general probing.
Okay. Right, in case it's illusory or something.
Yes.
Excellent.
Normally, some of the poor races like to hide drugs up the butts of dinosaurs, so we have to make sure that they're clean.
Right. For like performance enhancement kind of thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
You get all sorts here.
As fast as you get.
All right. Val, you got any other questions? I think.
You can
Just
move.
Yes.
if there's any other sort of fees one might be able to pay for any other benefits or augmentations.
What's the winning? How much do you win?
What did you say? Sorry, I was looking at something else.
Just if there might be any other fees one might be able to pay to have certain augmentations or
We don't deal in any
Behaviors.
sort of dinosaur nutritional supplements here. You could find those probably
In Tariki, right?
Tariki Anchorage if you're looking for any sort of dinosaur nutritional supplements, or if your dinosaur needs tending to. There is There is a dino. Man, it's kind of a dude ranch.
Oh yeah, dude, this
Uh,
thing is fuck normal
The
animals.
tiger.
Dion's Dino Dude Ranch, I believe, is out there. Also, Dion's Dino Dealership is out there as well. I think they are in the same location. You could go out
Makes
there and
sense.
look for supplements over there.
Fair enough. Anything absolutely off limits then?
Any sort of bribery, interfering through magical means in the race, any sort of tomfoolery, mischiefs, cheats, bribes, scandalous behaviors.
You said tomfoolery. Is that include like wordplay, like a little jokes here, one-liners?
Absolutely not allowed.
Okay. Yes, thank you, sir. Okay, understood.
Understood. And I'll shake his hand and like,
Yeah, like we do all this
Yeah.
shit with the polymorph. He's like jacked to the gills with all this gear, and then I'm like,
His
Alright.
veins are just.
I say dynamite, and they're like, out.
Ouch.
Yeah.
red flags, flags on flags.
Hey!
Well-
All right.
Well, this I feel good about this. I feel good about this. 75,000. That'd be enough to start. That'd be enough to outfit a serious expedition. You know what I'm saying?
That I can think of. Oh, that would buy so many power cores. Oh God.
That's a lot. That's a lot of speed. That's a lot of naughties or whatever. You know, what was your flying one called? What was it? Valkyrie? What was it?
Zenith.
Zenith.
there's so many things we could do with that money. I've always wanted to enter it, but I thought it was just too, dangerous.
Well, now you got a team, right? You're part of a crew. You're part of a team. I feel good about this. This is gonna be good. This is gonna
yeah.
be- yeah.
It's just like,
Oh
I
yeah,
have
me
to
was
wait.
there.
I
Bingo.
Goblins
Okay.
ate my baby. And we're just like
Yeah.
hyping it.
Ate my baby. Goblins ate my baby. God.
Well, what was Hadal doing?
He's looking through his dino cyclops.
I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with an iguanodon.
Check, show,
Excellent choice.
That sounds pretty neat. They can swim
At
and
least in
run.
this bestiary, there's a giant iguanodon tid, but when I look that up, it's the same as an iguanodon.
Dude, check. What about the other one? Is that the same one? No, dude, this guy's slower.
No, it's not.
This is 50.
What do you, the other one was 50, wasn't it?
No, 60. This guy, that fucker right
Oh
there.
yeah, it was this thing up here, wasn't it? This thing? Is that what it was?
Saurolophus.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The Eye of Saurolophus. And it's cute. It has a little. Yeah, it's 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has one of these. You'll see.
Ooh.
I'm trying to find a good picture.
Something.
Sure.
Real
Yeah.
sexy.
Well, here's one that has like its
Colin-
size, but its
When he Googled
shape
this,
looks fucking crazy.
he put in Saurolophus NSFW. I don't get why. He got all these weird.
Because you got that thick booty.
Woo!
You know that got hit points right there.
Is that a sail?
Got thick points right there.
That's 100 HP butt, baby.
Did you
They're
say
fucking
thick
weird.
points, not hit points? Thick points?
Yeah,
They're
thick points.
different.
Thick points, okay.
All,
Yeah,
the,
that
all the
was-
pictures look fucking crazy, and they vary wildly, obviously, because they don't know what color shit was and stuff. But it looks kind of like that.
Do one with that like displays its little horn thing.
Like one like that, or like this.
Yeah, that one. That one's good. Yeah.
In some pictures, it's on 2 legs, but more of them, it's on 4.
I feel like it's not allowed to hold on to.
Dude, but it's
Well,
fast.
we also have like saddles.
Except that.
We're going to dino.
The important thing is it's a huge beast, and it's really fast.
What is it? Stomp. It can stomp and it can tail.
And it can
Oh,
bonus
tail
action
whip.
dash for
Tail whip, tail
maybe
whip.
just a minute. But
I'll give you another minute of that.
if the race is at 10:30, Hadal might be able to get it the shortest or the quickest long rest in possible to get that 4th level spell slot back.
Wait, how can
Well,
you
short
do,
rest is still 8 hours, isn't it?
yeah, how can you quicken
Well, I mean the race or the second race is at 7:30, right?
Oh yeah, then yeah, maybe so.
You just immediately stop doing anything. You just like lay down on the ground
Just find a quiet corner at the finish line and take a nap.
for 8 hours. You don't have to sleep. You just can't do anything strenuous. I think is the rule.
So
But okay,
shopping list-
Expeditious Retreat is 10 minutes long, so you've got it for the
Ooh.
whole race. That's awesome.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that for now.
So shopping
Oh,
list might be
no.
like
Make some kind of saddle.
It's range
Yeah.
is self, target self.
oh no.
Yeah, I thought I remembered it not being like that. Cool. Okay, did you say what am I doing?
Yeah.
I want to do. Did you see the thing that I texted you?
Yes.
I want to do that. So as part of my background, I've got contacts, lots of places, and
Seedy
having been
people.
here before. Do I have a contact here?
Yeah, there is in the main docks a figure that you have met before. Its name is Billy. It's in the water, and it's a beluga whale that lives in between the docks. Kind of just swims around. Usually is drinking fresh water off of the boats as people are cleaning it. Kind of out of place for being here, but the islands are weird, and it's not the weirdest thing that people have seen out here. You go into the water, you look around, it's kind of dark. You can hear the chanting of names and the madness of the harbor ward as you kind of dip into the water and kind of sink underneath. You swim around in between the pilings for a while, and you kind of call out an Aquan, and a little while later, and a white figure kind of swims up to you. Now, you've met Billy before? Yes.
Yeah, I think that's right. Because I've been to Cobus before, and I probably would have made contact with him or them.
Yeah, you know that Billy is the guy that can put you in contact with your people.
Okay.
Hey, boyo, how you doing?
Hey, Billy. It's been a while. It's good to see you again. Hope you're well.
Hadol.
How's
Welcome. It's going all right. The little newts are growing up, and water's clean, water's good. Boats coming in, boats coming out. Lots of things to know. Keep a hold of up here.
I appreciate that about you, Billy. That got a mind like a steel trap, and it's incredibly valuable to our organization.
What can I do for you today?
Listen, I got a message from my contact back home, and oh fuck, I've lost it. But let's see here now.
Tyros.
What's that?
Tyros.
Yeah, is that what I named him?
Steel trap mind, mate. Steel trap
yeah, that
mind.
sounds familiar.
You want to get in touch with the Merc?
Well, yeah, but actually, well, yes, I do, but primarily, I wanted to know if you'd heard any more news, because he mentioned in a brief message about something about old doors are trying to be opened on the other end, and it sounds rather foreboding. He said it rather casually, but I wanted to know if you had any more information, any details.
We don't get much doors down here, mate. Not too many. There's reports here and there of strangeness, but that's always the ocean. No doors that I know of. Sorry about that.
It's all right. If you could get a message back, I'd just like to give them a little update on my status.
Well, I could put you in touch with him right now if you want to make a call.
Oh yeah, sure. That'd be great.
All right, come with me. Come with me. You watch yourself. The oysters, they can kind of cut you up a little bit, and he kind of squeezes through bits of the dock, and it kind of opens up into this. What do you call those? Like shallow water habitats. The things, but there's mollusk. There's
Like a
There's
tide.
little urchins, yeah, like a tide pool, kind of underneath the docks and kind of even underneath the city. It kind of opens up, like the city was built above the water a little bit, and you guys are kind of under there, and there's all these urchins kind of glowing under here. There's little schools of fish kind of swarm past you as you kind of swim through this narrow corridor to get to this larger opening. And in here, the bioluminescence kind of lights it up. And Billy swims you on down to kind of a larger looking clam with like barnacles growing over it and everything. Look, this right here is a clam of sending. All right.
Excellent. I was hoping you had one.
Yeah. All right. If you just want to pry that bitch open, and you just you got to shout your message in. You better do it quick. Those things like to fight back and close on you. So careful.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and pry it open as best I can.
All right. Roll strength check.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing there?
Not again. Oh fuck. That's an 8.
Oh, no, you have
All
zero.
right. You get 8 words before it closes. You pry it open and you see inside what looks like a glowing blue oyster, or a pearl. Sorry, a glowing blue pearl. And you open it up, and you kind of focus your thoughts on who you want to send the message to, and you could almost see Tyros on the other end, kind of like his image is almost being reflected on the edges of the pearl.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck.
What?
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna
in Kobus,
in Kobus. Wow.
tracking potential kingdom plot.
Love you.
Possible political instability.
It slaps shut and it closes on you again, and you get your fingers out of the way. It kind of floats for a little bit, and through the floating, it kind of it like opens up its mouth just ever so slightly, enough for you to receive a message back. 1 second.
This is Tyros.
Hadal, you're in Kobus. We've heard.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to think of what his message back to you is about the political stuff. Any sort of political leadings must be safe around them. Or no, sorry. Let me start over. Give me 1 second to think of what his message is.
Okay.
He's asking Brittany. What the fuck should I say?
Can I insert this? The map that's on Roll20 right now is so cool. Like where everyone's from.
Oh yeah. Can you blow that up, Colin?
Hang on out.
Could you put that on the big screen?
Bet I can.
Oh.
Save this. Hang on.
Oh. Wow.
We're from all over the map.
Yeah.
And we're all brought together
I'm
on
just
Sweet Chicken.
Obsidians and like the Mars caps and shit. They're all Volca. I can't make Volca the 2 trophy.
Why it. Lean in.
Lean into the trope. Oh man, poor traumatic. You know, there's isn't there
Where's Portrait? Oh, down there.
isn't there a race that is like undead or something, or a spirit or haunted or something? I can't.
There's like some sort of
That's
zombie.
like
Not quite. I don't want to say zombie, like just like a kind of a
like undead.
spirit. You know, kind of like
Are
a
they like
like
physical?
slimer.
I don't know what that is.
Isn't that what's his name?
A
There are
ghost.
slimes and oozes and stuff.
No, like a ghost, like a normal thinking ghost, not like I'm brave. Not like that kind of undead. I mean, like
I don't know what you mean.
like a just a spirit.
There's spirits and ghosts and specters and wraiths and all kind of shit like that.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, not the
You
egg.
don't have
Tyros responds to you. Hadal, any sort of political affiliations should be put to the side unless they can support our efforts. The gates that we protect, the whale riders reported that they found a dead kraken near one. There are reports of strange things in the waters to the north now. Be on the lookout. Let's meet. Mulahara,
Munaharga.
as fast as you can.
Yes.
What the Munahaga as fast as you can?
Mulahara.
Mulahara as fast as you can. That should be our horse's name.
Yeah.
Can I send something back?
Yeah, roll a strength check.
Like a fucking come on, fucking where's the shit at?
I always roll a 1 and be like, ah!
God damn it. It's 2.
Yeah,
That's
you got
fine.
2. That's fine.
Is that your 2 words? Mulahaga.
How do I know how far Mulahara is from here?
Yeah, you would know. It's probably you could probably get there in a week.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna respond and say 2 weeks.
All right.
Maybe I'll respond and say 3 weeks.
All right.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
I guess you could keep opening up this clam, no? Or is it just like the clam's gas?
Snaps in hand.
What's a good like sign off for the Merc?
Shit, I meant to think about that. I forgot about it. What about like swim, don't drift?
Okay. Yes.
So like
Don't drift.
you're gonna Tokyo drift in this damn dino race, right?
Oh, we'll drift it. Yeah, grease off the side.
And you said the Kraken was found by the whale riders where?
In one of the gates that they guard. So, yeah, and we can go into that more if you want to do it now. I totally have Chat GPT just generated the best sign off.
What the hell did you input?
Yeah, I'm curious about the
What do mermaids say?
Good sign off of message for underwater spies.
Oh, all right.
He just replies, silent currents, silent whispers.
Oh,
All right.
AI can take our jobs. Just do it now.
what the fuck, man?
If you want me to talk about the gates and stuff, I can. I imagine you guys protect I don't want to go into too much of what you guys do because you haven't talked about it. So I guess we'll talk
No,
more.
I think that's good for now. We can do more
Okay,
later.
you would know what the gates are, and we'll talk more about it. I just didn't have time this week to talk.
No,
Maybe
it's
we'll
all-
just phone call one day when I'm free or something. But I'll message you tonight before I go to bed.
That works.
Okay.
Okie dokie. And then I'm gonna turn to Billy.
Yeah, mate.
Billy, you don't happen to know anything about a Boots PI, some sort of some detective, sort of conspiracy theorist guy working about town here?
You know, he asked around for a couple of fish and everything, but you know, we don't really work with the land dwellers too much. Not many people come back and forth like you know.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, you know, everybody's got a story about Boots PI. You know, he comes down here. He's talked to the fishes a few times, if you know what I mean.
What?
Well, I mean, it sounds like it could be a euphemism, or it could be.
I think
literally
he's stuck his nose in the wrong places a few times, and people have thrown him into the water in attempts
Oh,
to
I
kill
see.
him.
But not in a permanent way because he's still alive.
No, he's still very much alive. Yeah.
I see.
We often get annoyed of him and really try to bring him back every time. Try to get him out of here as much as we can.
All right, and one more question for you. I'm sorry if I'm wearing on your patience.
Well, you know, I'm always just, you know, not before the race, excited.
Absolutely, yeah, it's gonna be great. I think I'm gonna compete actually.
Oh, I hope
do
the
you
sharks
know-
don't get you.
I yes, I do hope that. You don't know anything about a bit of a dodgy organization called the Irregulars, do you?
No, I'm not familiar with too many irregular type of folk. I mean, they're all irregular to us down here. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure.
No, organization called the Irregulars. Not familiar. Sorry, mate.
That's all right. It's worth a shot. All right. Actually, and one more thing, Billy. I wouldn't want you to do this yourself or be too much of a bother. But maybe you could send you know, a swimmer to come find me at the Rising Sun and alert me when the ship, the Judgment, comes into port. That would be a big help.
All right. Yeah, you still in the Rising Sun. Captain Marana dock tied, everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine like a steel trap up here.
that's right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll see the swimmer. Judgment, you say?
Yes, and when you see the Judgment come into town,
Just
into
let you
port,
know.
or even out at sea, you know, docked.
All
you know,
right. All right.
whatever
All right.
you hear, whenever it
It's
arrives,
notification in the general Cobus area, right?
would be great help. Thank you so much,
Right. Oh, no problem. It's always a pleasure.
Billy, the best fucking beluga I know. That's for sure.
Hey, I appreciate that. All the best. You know, one of the few Tritons I think I've ever met. Maybe the only one. I don't know. You guys generally look the same, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
you got features.
like, you know, we
It's
have
like
different.
how every beluga whale looks so different from one another, you know?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
could
it's
definitely
that
tell
way.
all of you apart. It's not a problem at all.
Absolutely, yeah. Unique. It's a beautiful world we live in, right?
No, yeah, no, you don't know two ways about it. It
So
is.
what are you in town for? What are you doing here?
Oh, you know, business and pleasure. You know.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so we're on a bit of a job, but we're also hoping to take part in the races and maybe, you know,
Wow.
win some scratch and you know, see the sights.
Well, if you fall off on the bridge, you know, we'll make sure you get out all right.
I appreciate that, Billy. That's
No
thanks for looking out.
problem. Anyway, the crabs are calling me over there. I better get back to it.
Put them away.
Are you doing good?
I'm doing well, thanks, Billy.
All right, get yourself a good meal. You're looking a little peckish, you know, looking a little thin, looking good, but you know, you're in
Thank you.
town.
Yeah,
Put
no,
some meat on your bones. All right.
I'll pick up maybe like an empanada on the way back to the
Oh,
restaurant.
nice. Yeah. Hey, you know, we like fish down here too. If you ever get some fish, you know, bring it on back down. Don't make
Sure.
yourself such a stranger from now on, you know?
Yeah, no, I'll try to make it back by before I leave town if I can.
All right, mate. Hey, it's good to see you again.
You too.
Huzzah. All right.
And I'm just gonna, depending on how out of the way it is, I don't actually know where I am, but I'm gonna swim back to the rising sun.
Billy the Beluga is so sweet, man.
He's sweetie pie. Yeah, he
I
always
love
is.
your relationship.
But I have to say, I don't really know Billy from the other belugas I've met. They really all look the same. Voice is different. Voice gives it away, but look, just to look at him, no.
All right, mate. I'm Bobby. Bobby the Beluga.
Yeah, his accent went on such a ride. Every time I stepped away from it and had to come back, I was like, what did he sound like again? So sorry about that.
Honestly, I didn't notice.
Oh, well, that's good. If you watch the video, you will. Yeah, I think swimming off, is that a good place to end it for everyone?
Yes, sir. Oh wait, Roxana.
Well, I mean, if
Oh no.
yeah, I just wanted to have like an aside with
It's-
Sinclair.
It's just midnight. I just wanted to throw that out there, but go ahead.
Are you?
You guys are walking back. You guys are in. The lights of Cobus are starting to kind of shut down one by one, but the street lights of the main areas are still open. People are kind of stumbling around. Some are just finding a good spot on the ground to sleep.
We're like making our way back to the ship.
Yeah.
Making our way. Sinclair, you said you smoke.
Hell yeah, this guy.
Is Hudson still there? Yeah, I see him.
Oh, my microphone was tilted up.
Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany, bitch. Yeah, I smoke from time to time, mostly just when I drink.
Mostly blunts.
Well,
You?
split a pipe with me.
Oh yeah, sure. I got this nice corncob bong back on the ship. Have you seen it? You've seen it.
You still smoke your pipe?
Probably, sure. No,
Um,
but I mean, yeah, on the way. Just in the meantime, I've got stuff rolled. I want you to know, as far as I know, my family didn't have anything to do with what happened to your home.
I
Because,
I don't expect you to. You know, I don't. I don't hold your family against you or nothing. You're just, you know, you're just as lost or flung into this world like anybody else. You know.
yeah,
But I do.
mean,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
that was before we got involved in any manufacturing stuff for the crown, or for the army. Really, that was recent. We weren't. None of the stuff that happened during the war. That wasn't made by Hawk. Just wanted you to know.
Well, good to know. Good to know. What kind of stuff did y'all make?
Well, it started just as engines, as motors. The weaponry
Right.
really sort of took off in the last, right before I left, really.
And that's why you was leaving, because you didn't agree with like the path that your family was on, or the path that the tech was on.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, it was a lot of things building up. It was just being in that place. I know it's sick to talk about Philly in a bad light when it caused so much pain for others, but you know, after the war, the kingdom was a bit of a wounded beast. It just turned a lot of people against each other, grabbing for what little power was left. Things were
Sure.
just tense. Everyone was turning into predators and whatnot. But you said also you're involved in the RGS?
Well, I mean, loosely. I met a guy in Feed. I forget his name. It's in my journal somewhere. But yeah, he sold me a drill for like 10 gold. He showed me how it worked, and you know, I thought that was pretty cool. So so I bought it. But I never really. I talked to him for a bit, but I never really checked out his place that was in feed. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do with this dreidel now that we got Zenith on board. That thing's pretty cool.
Oh, right. If you got any maps or anything that you've collected so far, I could sort of incorporate them.
I do, in fact, have a number of map points in my notes. I'm sure we could figure out a way to input that into the system.
Can Zenith like read a map, like scan like a paper map?
I imagine so. I think it's like either raw data or it can scan existing data.
Well, how does it make a minor illusion of something if it's not doesn't see
This
it?
thing is like enchanted the hell out. It's
I
6
would
years of
say
tinkering.
the scanning of the maps, it would take a while. Like it wouldn't be like an instantaneous just shine it over. It would like be like an old 90s printer, you know, just you know.
Microfiche. Can
And
we
you gotta tear the sides off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could put him on that.
I was wondering if we could go to like a cartographer's store and just quickly scan all their inventory without having to buy anything.
Yeah, you can't do that. No, that's not that.
Take some time.
You hold them hostage
Break
for
into the RGS and just scan the whole room in one night.
No, what you gotta do, you gotta somehow. Well, it wouldn't work. Cast invisibility on Zenith, but I bet you Zenith's not a creature, so it might not work.
No,
Can you
it's
cast
just-
invisibility on like a chair or like a hammer?
Just
Seems
on
like
this
that would be
wall.
easier, right?
You think? You
Maybe
think so?
You would
the essence needs to permeate with some type of magical.
Mm-hmm.
Probably that. Yeah.
It goes against the
Sparking.
Nimble Doctor's principle of optic arcanum. It really does. It's only a self.
It's very technical. It sounds very technical.
I'm pretty well read, love. No, but I also wanted to warn you a bit about the RGS.
Oh, okay.
It's your. I mean, most of it's good, but I wouldn't really follow that path too much higher up. Well, it's not there. Oh god, it's complicated. I just don't.
Honestly, I don't really give two shits about this group. The one guy I met seemed like a nice enough guy. The novelty of the dreidel was, you know, he was like, you could sell maps, and I was pretty broke at the time, and I was like, oh well, yeah, but I didn't have a ship, so I was like, what the fuck am I really going to do with this? So I mean, wait, what?
Bit exploitative.
Maybe, yeah. But I think he did give me. No, he might have tricked me. He said he was giving me a deal. Maybe he cut the price down or something. I don't really remember. It was months and months ago. 2 months ago at least.
Well, just be careful who you're giving that data to, because it all up at the top. They're all loyalists now, so.
Are they affiliated with Newcraft?
No, it's a kingdom organization. It's the chief
And-
explorers are direct reports to the crown.
And
Wow.
then and Newcraft is independent or its own.
Aye, it's
entity?
anyone. Yeah, anyone can commission anything from them if you got the coin. But
Well,
just be
yeah, I will be careful.
wary.
I will be wary and careful and heed your word, milady. I do a little bow and I hand her back the pipe. And just
Like
kind of
ruffle your little furry head.
skip along.
Back to the ship.
Yeah, get some sleep. Maybe if we level up, then a dog can cast that spell twice. You know,
Oh, wouldn't that be
that'll
nice?
solve a lot of stuff. Solve a lot of problems.
I know we don't have much coin left to buy all these potions we're gonna need.
Oh, I took 125 gold out of my inventory, and I've given it to Val for my cut of the whatever the race. There we go.
You just so I paid 500, and then Miwo also paid 500 for the bribe.
Oh, right, there was a bribe. Right. Well, Miwo
All right,
gets
figure it
gets another 125 gold from his pal Sinclair. Bam.
Okay, we'll figure out how much.
It's a bloody expensive race. We better win.
Yeah, I'll give you guys some money whenever we get back together. Yeah, if I even really get, yeah, if I lose polymorph from being hit, like it's just over and we just lost all the money.
One thing I will, okay, so I have another infusion that helps. It's like 4 charges of maintaining concentration. That right now it's on my bracers. But
That's
I could
huge.
put it on, I could put it on some, like on the saddle or something.
That would be huge.
Or put it on Hadal before he polymorphs. Does that? I don't think so.
And it's like a
You can't use.
dino with bracers. Well, I
Yeah,
need them for other stuff.
You have to make big bracers. Maybe they could just go on a horn or something. Like
the way
his
that
tail.
I imagine it, that you would still get the benefit of magic items, but you can't necessarily use an item that's like in your inventory.
Sure.
It has.
How I would think of it.
The way I understand the infusions is it's like it is an item, and then you can put a property on it.
Right, but if it was something that like the user had to use while polymorphed, you can't necessarily use a magic item, like use an object or whatever. Even if it's sort of like absorbed into your form, you know, in your inventory.
It'd have to be like a passive thing that helps, maybe.
Damn.
Is it something that you could use, you could like activate, or does it just happen, or you choose to use it or whatever?
It is, I think, automatic. It's like, well,
you'd have to be the one casting it for that to really benefit, I think, Rox.
Damn. Even if he's wearing it, it's.
Oh, but hang on. But I'll be riding him, so you'll get at least an extra 3 to your con save.
Oh yeah, because you've got like special steed stuff. Is that why?
No, because of my aura. I just have an aura that goes, so 10 feet of me, you get +3 to all your saves.
Mine's sharper.
So there is that. Ooh.
Yeah, this happens automatically.
Oh, wait, I could also enhance ability with con with that. Right?
That would be awesome.
But what? But my little sheet doesn't say exactly what it does.
I think you think you can do any of those stats.
No, I know, but it gives you. It's usually like some like you get advantage on con saves, but something else.
Okay. Well, we can figure all that out later.
Well, yeah.
Get it in post.
All right. Well, good work, gang. Good work, Jacob.
As a closer, as you get back to the ship, Sinclair, do a perception check for me.
Oh no.
Okay. +4. Come on, roll 20. What is it? I can't see it. +4 to it. Where's
What
the
was
chat?
It was a 1.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We're drunk.
these
We're
digi-
smoking. This is.
These digidice, I am drunk, so I got a 5 with a critical. I got a critical 5.
Before you know it, as you're getting onto the boat, you hear somebody whistle, and you turn around, and as you guys all kind of get back to the boat, I don't think Hadal's here yet. I think he's still swimming around. But you hear kind of a thunk, and you turn back around, and in front of you is a scimitar, and a few other figures come out of the shadows, and a few just mean-looking pirates kind of surround you, and one says, "Ah, Miwo, I didn't know you were on this boat. The Pirate King would like to speak to the captain and the cargo."
Uh-oh.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Oh. Mm.
And I think we'll end it there. You got some
Cool.
dastardly pirates holding blades up to you guys.
Did you say he was a centaur?
A scimitar. Sorry.
Is that
Holding
It's half man.
scimitar. He is
Half
not
man,
a
half
centaur.
sword.
He's not a centaur. No, there's no centaur. It's a scimitar. The
no?
curved
Okay.
pirate blade.
Yeah. No. You did say scimitar. I just thought you were describing a being when you said that, so I misunderstood.
Oh yeah. No, it's a guy. It's a being is holding it. Yeah.
A thinking, feeling being.
A few more figures in the dark kind of like shift around on the deck of the ship, and you hear a few more people kind of walking up the plank to get onto the ship.
So they're like just now getting onto the ship when they were on.
Yeah. They're not infiltrated the ship.
Cool.
And,
Love it.
And Milo recognizes them, huh?
Yeah, he does. 1 second. I'll give you some names. Any minute now. Let me find my notes real quick. 1 second.
ChatGPT furiously.
Half mean pirate name. Half man, half sword.
Yeah, which half would you guys want to be?
Yeah, you're talking to old Peg Leg Penny.
Classic.
Yeah.
You know him to be a real rough sort, more of a take what he wants rather than kind of follow orders.
Dime a dozen, would you say?
Dime a dozen, yeah. Not the salt of the earth, that guy. Not him, no.
Nah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cool.
Cool. So we'll start the next session with a pirate confrontation on
Hell
the
yeah.
ship at night.
About time. We're
Yeah, I gotta force a fight because you've got these great RP sessions which I love. But
We've not fought.
we have to throw a couple of dice here every once in a
I
while.
bet you a couple have like 12 of those characters fully dressed, like the like the little rat with the guitar that what I'm gonna walk up to this guy. All right.
Full stats and backstory and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to go over and talk to Henry Gooddam, and I was like, oh shit, man, I don't know if they're gonna, yeah.
I'm gonna talk to everyone in this
Whatever.
Hey, man, you're good.
All right.
All right. Yeah, he's got like a little New Zealand kind of thing. He just keeps it up here. It's where his voice
I
is.
know.
Yeah, all right. Henry Gooddam, damn good to meet you.
Damn, that's a cool.
All right, gang. I enjoyed it.
Good stuff.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I gotta
everyone.
go.
Good
Night,
night.
night. Fun times.
Good night.
Bye, bye.
Bye.